What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. Hopefully a little bit more relaxed than the last watch along at Brighton, but big up to everyone locked in. It is FA Cup Saturday, people. Mansfield Town against Arsenal, and very interesting lineup. We will get into it in a minute. I've got to be honest, I am pleased with the fact that Declan Rice and Zubimendi and Gabriel actually are not in the squad at all, which I think is very good because we've got a big run of games coming up. Definitely Rice and Zubimendi were desperate for a break. Obviously, we just got to hope that this team is good enough to get us the 3 points. The team is a bit of a complete mix and match. I'm seeing two different formations. What I am seeing, let's go through the team. The Arsenal team is Kepa. Young Marley Salmon is playing. Mosquera, Calafiori, and Norgard. Havertz, Trossard, Noni Madueke, Max Dalman starts, youngest ever Arsenal player to start in the FA Cup. Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. No William Saliba in the squad either. Odegaard still is not back. Now, how I'm seeing it online, I don't know how true this is. Norgard's playing centre-back. They've listed it as Mosquera and Norgard at centre-back. In fact, have I written? Yeah, Timber is on the bench. Timber is on the bench. So they've listed it as Norgard and Mosquera at centre back, Marley Salmon at right back, and then Calafiori at left back. That's how it's being listed. Obviously, we'll know once we see it. The midfield. Havertz and Trossard in midfield. Oh my days. Have you ever seen a midfield like that? With Max Dalman playing in the more advanced role, which I'm delighted to see Max Dalman get in a game. And then a front three of Martinelli on the left, Noni Madueke on the right, and Jesus up front. So we basically don't have a midfield. I'm thinking, though, are we playing? I don't know if that is how we're playing. I'm looking at it thinking, are they playing Salmon, Mosquera, and Calafiori as a back three? Then it would make sense to have, you would then have Norgard in defensive midfield. Then you would have like Dalman, Havertz, Trossard. It could be a back three. It could be a back three. They are listing it as 4-3-3, but it could be a back three. I don't know. I suppose we'll only find out once the game starts. I am seeing online here it says Arteta has changed to a back three. So yeah, two different websites showing two different things. Yeah, this website is showing Calafiori, Mosquera, and Salmon in a back three. So maybe it's that. We'll see what it is once it starts. Back three would make more sense, I suppose, because we just don't have a midfield if we're playing a back four. And it can get very physical in games like this, no matter what we think. So we'll see what happens once the team lines up. Very happy to see Max Dalman getting a start. Incredible talent and definitely deserves some game time. Could be that 3-4-3 off the ball, 4-3-3 on the ball. Definitely could be something like that. Yo, Cecil's on TV doing an interview. Big him up, man. Big him up. TNT Sports. Oh, guys. Declan Rice has been rested. Hallelujah. Declan Rice and Zubimendi have finally got a rest, and they are not in the squad, which I've kept saying for a long time. I don't want to see them in the squad. You know what I mean? Which is very good. Timber is on the bench, but I think there was always going to have to be a few first-team players involved. We genuinely don't have the players. We're so short of players at the moment. No Marino, no Ben White, no Martin Odegaard. Lewis Skelly is suspended. Josh Nichols seems to have completely disappeared from the squad. I thought he might play at right back today, but apparently he's not even training with the first team at the moment. So I don't know what's happening with Josh Nichols. But let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm just looking here. Was Josh Nichols, was he playing for the youth team on the weekend? I can't see that either. I don't know what's that. Apparently he's had some injuries. Yeah, apparently he's had injuries. Footmob saying Rice is suspended. I don't think he is. I mean, that would be smart if he was suspended, but um Cecil's good. No, man, you know what Cecil's on, man. You know what Cecil's on. Listen, big up to everyone locked in. What do you make of the team? The Arsenal bench, by the way. Tommy Setford, Hincapié, Bukayo Saka, Eberechi Eze, Jurian Timber, Victor Gyökeres, Harriman and Noose, the youngster who we saw play up front that time. Jaden Dixon, not Lee Dixon. I know we're shorter players, but we haven't had to go for Lee Dixon. It's a young guy who we signed in January. I think we got him from Stoke. He's around 18 years of age. And Ibrahim, the young player as well, I think he's a midfielder who has been on the bench for us before. So, yeah, a number of youngsters. As I said, Miles Lewis-Skelly is suspended. He's had a yellow card in the last 2 rounds of the FA Cup, which then suspends you for the next game. So they have to be careful today. Apparently, VAR is in use today. They don't usually use it in the earlier rounds, but apparently there will be VAR today. Yeah, that Ibrahim is very highly rated. Apparently he's been mashing work in the youth team, but let's see if he gets a run out today. Hopefully, if we can go a few goals up, then we can rest people. Would have rested Saka. I think the problem we've got such a crazy team out that Arteta will be thinking, I need a little insurance policy here. You know, what if we're a goal down at half time and we're on the ropes and this formation and this team's getting bullied or whatever? You do need 1 or 2 players that can make. I get you. Yeah, I wouldn't have mind Saka not being in the squad, really. Eze and Gyökeres could have been the insurance policy, but I'm just happy that Gabriel, Zubimendi, and Declan Rice aren't in the squad. It's imperative that some of our players get a break. And Zubimendi and Rice have looked worn out in the last few games. Big up to Buenos Aires Guna, who's up early in Argentina. Big up 876. Big up C. 5:30 a.m. in Texas. Up and ready. I respect it, man. I respect it. That sort of commitment, you know. Big up Guna Train. 3:30 in San Francisco. We usually get a bit more of an entertaining game in the FA Cup with Arsenal because these young players, they play with a bit more freedom. You know, they're not as sort of held down, shall I say, by the system. So I think this will be quite a hard game, though, especially with that team that we've got out. Big up Trojan, man. Big up Lawrence said, Scully must be gutted. Crazy change in trajectory. Isn't it crazy, Lawrence, and everyone locked in, how quick football can change from bad to good or from good to bad? A year ago, Lewis Skelly's our starting left back. He's probably got a good chance of starting for England at the World Cup. He got man of the match at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid were actually trying to sign him in the summer. And now he's probably our 3rd choice left back after Hincapié and Calafiori. I think we're pretty certain he won't go to the World Cup. He's had 2 opportunities to play in midfield and try and show everybody that I can be part of your midfield. And Calafiori gets injured against Wigan. He plays at left back. And then today, I'm sure he would have played midfield and he's suspended. You know, it's just, I feel for him. I feel for him. But it's football. As quick as it can go from good to bad, you've then got to turn it from bad to good. So, yeah, he's banned for yellow cards. Big up Steve Adams, just walking down to the One Call Stadium, Curtis. He said, you Stags. Yeah, listen, man, I'm happy. I spoke to a couple of people at the club this week, and I know there's a lot of excitement around the game. Sellout crowd. You see all the pundits there, Steve McManaman, Martin Keown. It's great for Mansfield, and they learn a lot of money out of it. And obviously, Arsenal just need to make sure they handle their job. If you look at the form guide there of Mansfield's last 5 games, since beating Burnley in the FA Cup, they haven't won a game in the league. So maybe a lot of teams get motivated for these games and then go through the motions in the league games. Big up Cam, who said Arsenal trying to sign Tonali. Arsenal will have the least technical midfield of all time. Get Wharton. What's wrong with you guys? Wharton and Anderson in, Zubimendi out. I think Zubimendi is technically good. He just doesn't hurt the opposition enough, and I think defensively is a bit of a weakness. So I think from Arteta's point of view, he probably thinks with Eze or Odegaard in the 10, Zubimendi in the deep line role, there is technical ability there. But yeah, I think we might need two midfielders, you know. I'm not against Tonali, by the way. I'd take Tonali, but I still think we need somebody that can go and get on the ball and play and score goals and create chances, you know. But it is what it is. He loves Marino. He loves Zubimendi. You've obviously still got Rice. I think Tonali will be a target, but there are rumours Tonali wants to go back to Italy, so maybe he will go for a Wharton or an Anderson. Big up Ben, who said, Curtis, I think it's 3-1-4-2. Calafiori, Norgard and Salmon centre-back. Mosquera DM. Surely that's got to be Mosquera and Norgard the other way round, where Norgard's in DM. Martinelli left 10, Madueke right 10, Trossard and Dauman 10. Trossard. Trossard must be doing well here, Ben, because he's playing in two different positions. I get your point, though. I get your point, but surely Norgard would play DM and Mosquera would be the centre-back. I don't know. We'll see. We will see, people. Big up Wyatt, who's a new member. Big up to you. Appreciate the support. 2,000 of you locked in already, man. Reggae boy John Russell starts for Mansfield. I didn't know he played for Mansfield, you know. I saw him in that game against Nigeria at Brentford. Didn't have a great game, I'll be honest. I don't mind if he plays like that today. Big up Philly, who said 6:30 Niagara Falls, Canada. Big up to you, Philly, man. Big up Martin, who says, big up Curtis in the community. Finally, a decent time for the Aussies. What time is it in Australia, people? What time is it in Australia? And Troy's in Australia. He said, big up, see, first time a game is on at a normal time for me in Sydney. Oz, Dowman double. What's the time in Australia? You've got a decent time to watch the game. Peter said, sitting having breakfast at 6:30 watching Curtis C Unit. Big up your damn self. Australia, it's probably Sunday, isn't it? 1:15 a.m. in Auckland, New Zealand. 10:30 p.m. in Australia. There you go. There you go. Big up Snake Eye, 6:30. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. Curtis, surely you have a soft spot for Mansfield. Do you support? I do. Listen, any team that you play for that you feel like they looked after you, you are going to have a soft spot for them. My soft spot for them is I want them to get promoted out of their division. I don't want them to beat Arsenal. So, you know, it ain't that heartfelt that I want them to win. I want them to get... Do I want them to get battered? I predicted 3-0, so for the sake of forever Arsenal, I take a 3-0 win, a respectable 3-0 win. Big up Ryan Arsenal, man, who says big up everyone. Caps, the game is on TNT Sports 1. If you're looking, the game kicks off at 12:15, so you've got plenty of time. Big up to everyone. Good numbers, great numbers already. Big up the Twitch gang as well. People always say, you forget about us on Twitch. I would love a Max Dowman goal. For those of you just tuned in, we're trying to figure out the formation because it's all over the place. Two different websites are listing it as two different formations. One of them saying it's 4-3-3. One of them saying it's like a 3-1-4-2, is it, or something? But Kepa's in goal. Marley Salmon and Max Dowman, both 16 years of age, starting today. Mosquera and Calafiori and Norgard. Havertz, Trossard, Madueke, Dowman, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus. But we're trying to fit 3-4-3, some people saying. Would make sense to be a back three. Surely it would be Salmon, Mosquera, Calafiori. Then you play maybe a midfield two of, I don't even, Norgard and Havertz, maybe? I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue, to be honest. At least Curtis isn't dissing Mansfield like Scholes is dissing. Yeah, exactly. I got a lot of time for Mansfield, man. I'm glad that... do you know what? I actually woke up this morning and thought, maybe I should have gone to this game. But do you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm not overly motivated to go and watch any Arsenal game at the moment. I've got to be honest. I'm quite happy watching these games from a distance. Maybe we'll be a Glory fan and go to a Champions League final or something, you know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. Let's talk about a few different subjects. It's interesting that Mansfield have got an Arsene Wenger quote up in their stadium. If you do not believe you can do it, you have no chance at all. Arsene Wenger. Which is, yeah, quality you got to believe. Dream, believe, achieve, right? Big up Lay, who says, big up everyone. Formation is optional in this game. You're overthinking it. This is yard football. It's very attacking. I love it. I think, like you're saying, I think a few people have said it in the chat. It's going to have a lot of fluidity to it. So even if it sets up in 3 whatever or 4, it's going to be movement. It's going to have fluidity to move. I think the main thing is Salmon's got to be protected in that defence as a 16-year-old, because it doesn't matter how good you are, that physical nature is what can cause you a problem. Mansfield are going to have some big, strong attacking players that have been around the lower leagues, that are used to that battle. Salmon is a 16-year-old centre-back, and I always think it can be quite difficult for a young defender against a big, solid striker, so he needs to be protected. No jokes about fish, though, you know, because of Salmon. You know, it's, yeah. The match is on in the States. Big up to Byron. Yeah, Kepa, so fluid. Kepa will be in midfield, probably. Probably. Listen, as I said, for me, I'm just quite pleased at the rotation. I'm very happy. No Declan Rice, no Zubomendi, no Gabriel Magalhaes. 3 important players not in the squad that can be rested. Arteta's press conference didn't come out to around 11 o'clock last night. He obviously must have recorded it earlier in the day, but for some reason, the video and the quotes weren't released till the evening, so we didn't get press conference reaction. I think the main thing that people were sort of focusing on is how bad is the injury to William Saliba. He came out to say it was it wasn't the same ankle that he sustained the injury against Liverpool. Now, I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, because people are saying, oh, it's good that he hasn't injured that ankle again. But the flip side of that, you could say, well, that means both of his ankles could be kind of messed up as well. But no, they're saying there's a chance that Saliba could be available for the game against Bayer Leverkusen in the week, which is very important. You know, we need him back for that game. It's a massive game. The thing that's a little bit interesting is nobody seems to be asking him anything about Martin Odegaard at the moment. Now, there's a lot of conspiracy theories going around at the moment with Odegaard. Is Odegaard going through something off the pitch? I've seen people saying he's having a mental health break. Some people saying that Arsenal might be trying to get rid of him and easing him out. And some people are saying genuinely there's no problem. It is genuinely just an injury, that knee injury, maybe he came back a little bit too soon and it's caused him a little setback and he's going to miss a few games. So I'm sure we'll find out over the next week or so. But it's just very interesting how in the press conference, nobody seems to mention Martin Odegaard. You know, he's the captain. You've just brought out a documentary of him. Surely somebody would say, oh, can you give us an update on Martin Odegaard? He's your captain. When's he going to be back? But there's nothing being said. No, I can't watch it. I can't watch the documentary. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think players should bring out documentaries until you've really done something major. Do you know what I mean? You got to do something first. But yeah, Lewis Skelly suspended. A lot of you asking, but yeah, Lewis Skelly is suspended. 2 yellow cards in the last 2 rounds has kept him out, unfortunately, today. Big up Mohammed, who said YouTube notification came in clutch today for a change. Back 3 makes it. Come on, YouTube. Notify the people them of when we're going live. Help us out. And you did today, so we appreciate it. Big up Callum, who said Kepa, Mosquera, Calafiori, and Salmon, Norgard in midfield. Martinelli, Trossard, Dalman, Noni, with Havertz and Jesus up front. So that would be like a 3-1-4-2. That kind of makes sense, actually. In fact, that probably makes the most sense out of all of them. Trossard centre midfield. Although I suppose you've got Norgard as insurance, so you play Trossard and Dalman as eights, unless he puts Havertz in the 8 with Dalman, puts Trossard up front with Jesus. But yeah, that probably makes the most sense. Robert said, Curtis, I bet you had beef with the Mansfield manager. You mentioned plenty of times all you could say about their time was that you had a big attitude, bigger. Yeah, we had a big fallout in the end, but it was. Do you know what? We settled it after I actually left the club. I went to watch a game, and the manager, we sat down and we talked it out, and it was all good. It's a pity we didn't have that conversation while I was still at the club, but yeah, it is what it is. You live and learn, people. You live and learn. Let's go through a couple of stories before we circle back to the game, which kicks off in half an hour's time. The breaking news this morning in the football world, it was confirmed. We did speak about it yesterday, and it has now been confirmed. Edu has been sacked by Nottingham Forest Football Club. Edu Gaspar has been dismissed from his role as Global Director of Football for Nottingham Forest. Imagine taking over as a sporting director from a team that made the FA Cup semi-final and qualified for the Europa League. You turn up, they have 4 managers in one season. The majority of the signings don't work out, and you put them in a relegation battle. And this is the guy we thought potentially could lead us back to greatness. Now, don't get me wrong. He didn't get everything wrong. We give him credit for, Gabriel and signings like that. But it just shows. And I always say this about a lot of our players. And the same applies now for Edu. Sometimes when players are at our club or staff members are at our club, we think, oh, they're doing a good job or they're not bad. Rob Holding's a good squad player. Edu's good. He's Brazilian, blah, blah, blah. They go to other clubs and you go, oh, actually, they're really not very good. Like Rob Holding went to Sheffield United and they didn't even want to play him. Edu has had an absolute stinker. And if Forest go down, a lot of it will be his fault because Nuno was doing a fantastic job there. But Edu has been sacked by Nottingham Forest and that has been confirmed this morning. Listen, as I said yesterday on the show, no disrespect to Edu because I've met him. He seems like a cool guy and he cares about the club and he played for the Invincibles. But this isn't a charity case. Like, we need elite people in the important positions in the club. And the moment Berta came in, I genuinely started to believe, okay, we're moving in the right direction in a big way. Because we needed a sporting director like that in charge. And I just think Berta has given us all a lot of hope that things are going to work out. I mean, look at Vinay at Tottenham. He's doing a great job. I like the job that Vinay's doing, actually. You know what I mean? I don't mind that job. He might relegate Tottenham. We can applaud Vinay for that. But Vinay was poor at Arsenal as well. So, yeah, it is interesting how these guys do when they move on. It really is. That milk photo of Odegaard made me laugh off my seat, says Troy. Bro, I can't believe Arsenal did that to him. It's like, I do think Arsenal are tapped into social media because I think they did that on purpose. Let's put Odegaard between milk because he's had a baby and people joke about him having the baby and stuff. Philly said, no Odegaard, no problem. Arteta out. Wow, still not happy. Zupa said, Odegaard's situation is fishy like salmon. Yeah, I hear it. Coral Regal, big up to you, bro. Is at Henry Talks Tottenham really an Arsenal fan? I couldn't tell you, bro. I've not got a clue. I haven't got a clue. I think the thing is nowadays, and I speak about it all the time, and the game's the game. It doesn't bother me. But a lot of these fans now, they have to tap into clubs like Arsenal. So you see fans of other clubs. I think there's almost a blueprint that if you're a Man United fan and you put out Arsenal content and you praise the club heavily, Arsenal fans will forgive you for being a Man United fan and they'll watch your content. Do you know what I mean? And the same applies for Tottenham as well. So because they're clubs, they've hardly got any games, they're not doing anything. That's sort of the blueprint that they go down. Like Arsenal is a very, very big talking point on social media. Personally, I don't have the motivation to do it. I do the odd watch along, and I certainly wouldn't be praising these teams if I was doing it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. What it is. Big up, Dens. Do you know any of the Mansfield team today? They start. Do you know what, bro? I'll be honest with you. I don't know much about this team. These guys are all new from when I was there. Jordan Bowery, some of you might remember him. I think he was at Aston Villa for a little bit, but he's on the bench. I didn't even realise that was Jonathan Russell, who played for Jamaica. Oates, the big guy up front, apparently is very aggressive. So, yeah, I couldn't tell you much about them. I really couldn't. They're very direct. Nigel Clough's their manager, is Brian Clough's son, who had a good career as well as a player, Nigel. So you got to be careful. Like do you know the thing that I promised myself today was I'm going to be relaxed, because genuinely at the end of that Brighton game, I was so stressed out, just switching over and watching that Man City game was crazy. Big C, how good was Ray Parlour? Ray Parlour was good. He was good, man. Like, you know, like you've got players in certain teams that they do a lot of dirty work for the more flair players to prevail. I think Parlour was one of them. But he had a bit as well. You know, he had a bit. He scored big goals for us in cup final and that. So he was a good player. He was on my flight to Singapore last year, actually. Vincent said they get more views talking about their own teams, even the watch along, than talking about their own teams. Get more clips. Yeah, they do. They do, you know. They talk about Arsenal. It brings you into a more sort of a bigger talking point, especially if your opinions are in line with what the majorities is. Romford Pele, yeah, he was good, man. Always seemed to like a drink, didn't he? You know, you see stories, he was always a bit of a party guy. So you can see the pitch isn't great. Like for me playing, that would have been a good pitch. But for like Arsenal players, that pitch will be a bit bobbly. Yeah, I did wear the number 18. I showed the shirt actually yesterday. See, what concerns me about this game is sort of bobbly pitch, very direct. We've got two young players on the pitch. What I really want to see today is Arsenal score early, because the longer the game is 0-0 and that crowd gets noisy and they get motivated, I just think it will become a more difficult game. And what you don't want to have to do is, let's bring Saka on because it's 0-0 and we can't score, and we don't want that. What I really want to see is your Martinellis, your Jesus, your Maduekes, your Trossard, your Havertz take responsibility today at the top of the pitch. Try and get goals early so that we can actually, rather than bringing Saka on, we might be able to say, take off Havertz for a noose, or we bring on more young players. The longer this game's 0-0, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't think we're going to lose the game. I think we'll win, but I don't want it to be a situation where you've got to throw Timber on or you've got to throw Saka on. We've got a Champions League knockout game on Wednesday night in Germany. I want as many of our players rested as possible. Nah, 14 wasn't available, bro. Yeah, I joined them in January. Problem is, when you join a club in January, the majority of the best numbers are taken. I wanted number 9 or 14. They were both taken. So, yeah, you had to sort of take what was available. Big up Lion, who said, One Love, see blessings, 3-1. I've gone for 3-0 today. I expect a clean sheet, but you never know. Having a young defender and a different formation, it might cause us a bit of a problem. I did listen to the 50 Cent diss. He gave T.I. one line. It ain't. Do you know what? I'm a massive fan of 50, but I think sometimes the trolling only goes so far. Like, I do like the trolling that he does. It's funny. Not all of it, by the way. I think sometimes 50's got to actually acknowledge, like, you're a rapper, bro. Like, go in the booth and make a diss track. I want to hear a 3-minute diss track to T.I., not a little one-liner on the new Power series that's coming out, you know. But yeah, very attacking midfield. I like it. Yeah. As long as we're not getting caught out defensively, that's the thing. That's the problem. We got to make sure dominate the ball. But it'd be difficult. We might have to go direct. Mate, they're elite players. That pitch shouldn't be hindering their game. Bro, Axe, I'm surprised you ain't gone to this game, by the way, It's only 20 minutes up the road. Bro, I'm telling you now, you'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised. A lot of these players, look, Odegaard was at Real Madrid at 15 or 16. These guys aren't playing on these pitches very often. They're divas. You know what they're like, man. Footballers nowadays are different, man. Louis Vuitton, wash bag, and everything's got to be proper. It's got to look like a carpet. That ain't no carpet they're playing on. That's some fluffy rug. You know what I mean? They won't like that pitch. It's different. You come up through the lower leagues, that's like Wembley to you. But it is what it is. You know how it goes, man. Alex said, Big C, I'm going to be a father for the first time. Any advice? You know what, bro? It's like, it's the one thing where you genuinely learn on the job. Unless, like, you've been raised around siblings or, maybe your siblings have had kids. Like, when I had a kid, I'd never changed a nappy in my life. I'd never made a milk bottle. Do you know what I mean? It's literally learning on the job. I genuinely went to the supermarket and bought an A to Z of childcare and just read it all. Like, you learn on the job. I'm telling you. There's no more real time in your life than changing that first nappy, mate. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, that's when you realise, boy, I'm in at the deep end. 4 o'clock in the morning. You find out, but it's worth it. It is worth it. You'll enjoy it, man. But you won't sleep the same. Richard said, big up the C Unit. Happy to get the 2-year membership in the best community on YouTube. Been away a couple of days. I'm so happy City dropped points because of our performance against Brighton was stinky. Big up to man like Richard. 2 years a member. And hopefully a win today. And I want to be calm today. Just be calm, please. Don't get me stressed out in a game like this. Be calm. Big up Sabu's a new member. Appreciate that. And Richard said the pitch would have Saka limping straight away. Exactly, man. You know what I mean? Saka's been in the academy since 8 years old, man. He don't want to be on that pitch. Don't play him. Don't bring Saka on today. I don't even want him on the pitch. This is the exact game you do not bring Saka on in. You know what I mean? We don't want no biscuit chat. No, we don't. A lot of you asking, I know I've said it a few times, but Lewis Skelly is suspended, people. 2 yellow cards in the last 2 rounds, suspends him. So no Miles Lewis Skelly today, people, which is a massive shame for him because this would have been the type of game that would have been perfect for him to get some game time in midfield and try and prove himself. It is FA Cup weekend. It got underway last night. Liverpool got revenge, if you like, against Wolves. That Rio and Gamoa, by the way. Guy's a baller. It looks better than he looks better than Cody Gakpo on the left-hand side for me. I'd be playing him ahead of Cody, but it is what it is. Really surprised, actually, that Liverpool got him out of Chelsea. Chelsea are known for paying youngsters big money, but I think probably the route to the first team is a lot more difficult at Chelsea than Liverpool. Liverpool tend to promote youngsters a lot more. So they beat Wolves. You've got West Ham, Brentford on Monday. Chelsea go to Wrexham, Championship team. Obviously, we got Mansfield. Leeds playing Norwich. Newcastle, Manchester City tonight at 8 o'clock, which I'm very happy about that draw because that doesn't give Man City any opportunity to, stroll through an FA Cup game and rotate a lot of players. Newcastle, you would think with Newcastle, they'll be desperate to try and win the FA Cup. So I'd expect Newcastle to go full strength. And I really hope they put Man City through a difficult game. As I said, people, Man City this week, Newcastle away today in the FA Cup, Real Madrid away on Wednesday in the Champions League, and then West Ham away next weekend. I think that week is going to take a lot out of Man City. Hopefully, some defeats in there as well with all that travelling. Port Vale, Sunderland, and Fulham, Southampton. So the draw for the quarterfinal is on Monday. after the, I think it's just before the West Ham Brentford game. So hopefully we're in that draw. Don't want to presume, but I expect us to win today. This is the thing, like, a couple of people have asked me this, like, do you want Man City to lose to Newcastle? Do you want Man City to lose to Real Madrid? Because let's say they get knocked out of the FA Cup and the Champions League, all of a sudden, one game a week in the Premier League, while we're travelling around Europe and getting injuries, and then they're fresh. Does that help Pep grab the league with very little games? Or do we want them to beat Newcastle? Do we want them to beat Real Madrid so they've got loads of fixtures? I'm kind of caught between the two because I feel like Pep doesn't handle defeat very well. I really don't think he does. But I think the ideal situation would be they beat Real Madrid and lose to Bayern Munich. I'm going to take a gamble. I want them to lose everything. I'm not going to get too caught up in one game a week. I'm not going to worry about that. I want City to lose to Newcastle and lose to Real Madrid because I don't think Pep deals with defeats well. I don't think he would deal with a Real Madrid defeat well. So I'm going to take the gamble and say, also, you've got to look at it. Man City in the Champions League over 2 legs could be more difficult than Real Madrid, having seen how Real Madrid defend and how we beat them last year. So get them out. Plus, you get them out the FA Cup. It's an easier cup to win as well. Get them out of everything for me. I don't think Pep would just lose and go, oh, lads, don't worry about it. We'll focus on the league. I think he'd be punching himself. You know what I mean? He'd be scratching his head. But I suppose it's a win-win. If they win, they've got loads of games. If they lose, head loss for Pep. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. Do you think Madrid will beat Man City? No, they've got no Mbappe and no Rodrigo. But who would have expected Man City to draw with Forest? If you can draw with Forest, they can certainly still lose to Madrid. They still have Arda Güler, Garcia up front, and then probably, obviously, Vinicius on the left. Don't know if Jude Bellingham's back for that game or not. Rambir said, not seeing Martin Odegaard on any team sheet is so refreshing. I think it was Emmanuel made a point the other day. He was like, you know, let's not go too harsh on Odegaard just in case something's going on off the pitch and we might feel a bit guilty. You know, my point is, I want Odegaard back. I want Odegaard back. I just don't want him starting. I listen. We're in 4 competitions. We need every single player fit and available. As you can see today, we're short. We're struggling to rotate. I want everybody back fit and available. I just don't want to be in the biggest games. I don't think I would be playing him. But he's a decent option off the bench. You know, would you take Trent from Madrid? I wouldn't start Trent over Timber, so no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I think Trent has actually, in hindsight, made a mistake, to be honest. It's almost impossible to turn down Real Madrid. I understand it. But I've watched him for Real Madrid. He looks absolutely awful. He looks worse than when he was at Liverpool. He can't defend. We all knew Trent wasn't a great defender, but he could get away with it in a Jurgen Klopp system where a Henderson's going to do the dirty work and cover you and that. At Real Madrid, they're not doing that. He looks, I mean, even, was it, I think it was last night, actually. I'm pretty sure, was it last night? They won 2-1. The first goal, he's jogging back. He's terrible defensively. He should have probably stayed at Liverpool and just done a Gerrard, stayed there for 15 years, retired a legend. Maybe if Klopp goes Madrid, yeah, that might be his way out. But I wouldn't have Trent at Arsenal. He can't defend. I'd be punching the laptop seeing him defend. Don't get me wrong, going forward, unbelievable. Imagine the deliveries he'd be putting in, but I need fullbacks that can defend first and then attack second. Gio said, imagine if Spurs go down and we win the league and Champions League. Yeah, we changed the channel to something else. We've completed it. You know, you complete a game, you might trade it in at the shop. If that happens, we complete it. But very unlikely that we win the Prem and the Champions League. But who knows? It's not impossible. C just tuned in. We made a few changes. Yeah, David, a lot of changes. A lot of changes. As I said, Rice, Zubermendi and Gabriel not in the squad, which I'm very pleased about. Well, Shazzy said, what's the hype on Gordon? His stats are poor. I don't get why we are linked so much. I think when you look at it is that the left-wing market is weak at the moment. We've sat here a few times and said, what left winger do you want at Arsenal in the summer? There's no clear, obvious answer. Some people want Yildiz, some want Diamande, some want Barcola, some want Leao. Rodrigo's off the table now. He's obviously done his ACL. There's no clear candidate of who we should be buying. So that usually tells you that there aren't many good options. Anthony Gordon, I don't want nothing to do with Anthony Gordon. To me, I'd put him, I think he's similar to Martinelli. Maybe a bit more consistent because he plays every week. I don't want nothing to do with him. At 75+ million as well. What concerns me about Gordon is because he works so hard defensively, I could see Arteta liking him. I wouldn't want nothing at all to do with him. Kvara was the one where it was like, yeah, I'm standing my ground. I still want Leao. Out of the ones that I think we can get, but Leao is not an Arteta kind of player. He's not an Arteta kind of player at all. So I probably wouldn't even want Arteta to sign Leao because I don't think he'd get anything out of it. As a player, he'd bench him because he doesn't defend enough. Not everybody rates Leao, by the way. I get it. I think 50% of the community are like, nah, don't rate Leao, too inconsistent. But as I always say to everyone, I say, okay, who's your answer? Because at the moment, the two left wingers that we're being heavily linked with are Nico Williams and Anthony Gordon, and I don't want none of them. I'd take Leao over both of them. Leao is a rapper. I think he's a good player, man. He's a game changer. I do agree with that. That is one thing I'll say about Gordon. He never ever stops running, and his end product's probably better than Martinelli at the moment. You know, and I'd say he's a better dribbler than Martinelli. Martinelli, a lot of the time, runs with his head down. But we've waited years for a left winger. If you bring Anthony Gordon, I'm disappointed. Like you said, the one thing with Gordon is he may be one of those guys that could cook in a better team. Doesn't really miss shockers like Martinelli. Yeah, and you never know, do you? You never know. There's always a possibility that a player goes. Because to be honest, he's made the step up from Everton to Newcastle. He's got in the England squad, and could he go again? I don't know. Why don't we sign Mo Farah? But listen, I know it sounds silly, but Arteta loves that. The work rate of our wingers is insane. Arteta, I think that's one of his main things that he needs to see on the list of when he's buying a player. Does this guy put in a shift? And I'm telling you, Gordon, he never stops running. But yeah, I hope Liverpool go for him because he's a Liverpool fan. Liverpool need a left winger. Go back to your hometown club, you know. Chris said we missed out on Semenyo. He's the guy we should have gone for in January. Imagine City didn't have him now. I think if City didn't have Semenyo now, we'd be 10 points clear, to be honest. Him and Gay have transformed their season. Semenyo's an Arsenal fan. The stories are that Semenyo wanted Arsenal ahead of Man City. I just don't think we had the money in January. A lot of the stories say that we would have signed him in the summer. We spent 265 million in the summer. I just don't think there's any way that we had money to buy a 65 million pound player in January. Are we a big club by Vinny or Mbappe? I don't think you could get Kylian. Maybe Vinny, but Arteta wouldn't go for Vinny, would he? I would. I know a lot of people say Vinny too much attitude. I'd take Vinny all day long, but Arteta wouldn't go anywhere near him. Wouldn't go anywhere near him. You weren't fully convinced with Semenyo either. Gordon could do the same for us. Yeah, but I think I was more convinced with Semenyo than Gordon, to be honest. But I hear you. What do you think of Ismail Assar? Good. Very good. Again, very good, but see, he could have been a good signing in the role that we've put Noni Madueke in, if you know what I mean. Like, because Ismail Assar predominantly plays on the right. He could have been good in that role. You know, you might have got him for 30, 40 million, good rotation with Saka. And yeah, a lot of you are saying that, you know. Do you know what? I need to make a conscious effort to watch him a little bit more. I honestly don't think I've watched more than 2 games of Everton this season in terms of 90 minutes. They're a team that if they're on TV, I don't watch them often unless we're playing them. Watch a lot of the highlights, of course, but you don't see enough. So a lot of you are saying, and Gid said he's ready to explode. Yeah, maybe. How much do you think he'd cost, though, man? I honestly haven't watched enough of him. I've been a bit lazy with him. And what's his stats? Not that stats are a way of completely judging a player. He's got 5 goals, 3 assists. Got 9 goals last season. He's 26 years of age. He was at Marseille before that. Didn't do much at Marseille. This is probably the best point in his career. Matthias Tell, absolutely no chance. Matthias Tell, he's been absolutely awful at Tottenham. Lookman was probably a missed opportunity, 30 mil. Again, I don't think we had no money. I don't think we had any money. Liverpool get Rio from Chelsea. We get Whoopi and Donkey. Maybe we're looking to make the next Shrek movie. Calafiori is Havertz after the potion. Yo, we got Kung Fu Panda. We got the Donkey. We got... Oh, mate. Listen, if they win us a league title, no problem. No problem. No, I haven't missed Super Chats, bro. They are there. They are there. I will get to them. Apologies. Guna Carlos said, I only woke up at 6... I only wake up at 7 a.m. to watch Dalman and Curtis. Big up your damn self, bro. I hope Max balls out today, man, because I think he's a baller. I really do. Big up Radio 9178. Big C, morning from the East Coast. Connecticut, we're locked in. Big up the chat. Connecticut, man. 50 Cent Mansion. I think he sold it, actually, didn't he? Tyson's Mansion. Abraham said, Big C, realistically, we won't sign 2 left wingers. Sell Leo and Gabby and buy a star left winger. Have Madueke as backup left winger. Wanera as backup right winger. I mean, yeah, I'm not totally against that. Like, the level that Trossard and Martinelli are playing at the moment is on the floor, let's be honest. But I think, personally, they'll sell Trossard and keep Martinelli. But you never know. Imagine if a Saudi club... I saw a report today that Saudi, they want to sign 50 players from Europe this summer. Last year, apparently, it was 30. This year, they want 50. Imagine a Saudi club came in and said, yo, we'll give you 60 million for Martinelli. He's gone. I'd say he'd be gone. Bradley Barcola, no one else, boys, special. I think he's gettable as well because with Doué and Kvara, I think they're ahead of him. Although he has still played a lot because Dembele and Doué have been injured a few times. So who knows? Barcola's another one, though. Like the same thing that people sort of put towards me with Leao, I think applies to Barcola as well. Like, they're exciting, fast, inconsistent. On their day, they're world beaters, but slightly inconsistent as well. Big up Brian, Brooklyn in the building. He said, big up Curtis, 4 a.m. in San Diego, hungover, and still got Gunners on my brain. Wild lineup. Lewis Skelly missing is sad. Hope we don't need our bench. Stand up if you hate the top Spurs. We got to stand up briefly. Come on, you Gunners. Big up to Brian. Brooklyn or San Diego in the building. 4 a.m. in San Diego. He's on the West Coast. In the sunshine. White Glove said all these players are still better than ours, see? Well, that's the thing, isn't it? We're sitting here going, yeah, I don't know if I'd take Gordon or Barcola or Leao. I'm not sure about that one. Probably all of them would start ahead of our left wingers. So that's the way you've sort of got to look at it. Big up Smithy said, if I'm Arteta, I'm going for Desiree Doué or Leao. No one else unless you can get Vinny or Kvaratskhelia. I just don't think you could get Doué out of PSG. They're rich. He's on a long-term contract. He hasn't been at the club very long. And he's like their wonder kid. I just don't think... I don't think you could get him. If you could, I mean, Doué is phenomenal. I would love him at Arsenal. Vinny, I would take Vinny. I know a lot of people go his attitude, but he's a beast, but I don't think he'd come to the Prem anyway. White Glove, yeah, I read that one. Alexander Curtis, you should do a few Milan watch-alongs so we can all watch you getting progressively frustrated by Leao. I might do one, maybe when they play like Inter or something. And Midnight said Leicester and West Brom, both ex-Prem, could be League One. Listen, it happens, don't it? We've seen Nottingham Forest, Leeds, Portsmouth. All these clubs have ended up in League One. Man City were in League One. Do you know what I mean? And then had to come back. So Leicester, they just ran that club into the ground, man. The way they got points deducted because of PSR. That's a team that won the Premier League. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. They play into tomorrow. You're joking. Do they actually? What time is that kickoff? 7:45. I might do that. I was actually what game was I looking at for tomorrow? No, we could do that. Is it on TNT? I think it is on TNT Sports. We might have a look at that, people. Makes sense, really. The players are on the pitch. Arsenal, who's our captain? Who's Arsenal's captain today? I'm assuming, is it Gabriel Jesus because he's standing at the front? I think Gabriel Jesus is the captain. Looks like the farmer has been ploughing that pitch, bro. I'm telling you, that's actually not bad for them at this stage of the season. I even know the groundsman. Like, you don't understand. They have not got the sort of things that Arsenal have got to keep that pitch in shape. It's literally people walking out with a pitchfork, you know, making the pitch better and stuff. He'll do a scout along. I'll be so hyped for him to score as well, just because I've been hyping him up so much. That would actually be a great game to watch him if he's against like Denzel Dumfries or something. Although he's up front sometimes, isn't he? I've seen they've played him up front a little bit this season. Big up ETAFC, 4 a.m. here in Los Angeles, Kurt. Alarm was set for 3:55 a.m. Those unforsaken hours I was talking about. Love this club, that's why. Big up, Kurt. Come on, you Gunners. Big up, man. Listen, I rate anybody that gets up at crazy times to watch Arsenal, especially when we the football isn't always the most attractive to watch, but I'm expecting a decent performance today. But trust me, people saying that pitch looks bad, that's regular League One, League Two, wintertime pitch that you're going to be playing on. That pitch for me would be a carpet. Do you know what I mean? But for these Arsenal players, they probably think it's terrible, you know? Yeah, Nigel Clough is the manager. Brian Clough's son, obviously the famous Brian Clough, who won the European Cup twice with Forest. Nigel played for Forest as well. I think he played for Liverpool as well. Win and no injuries is the most important thing. Do you know what I mean? That's the most important thing. Big up to Hassan, man. Hope you're well, bro. Hope you're well. Dumfries not back yet. Serious ankle injury. I saw something saying that Liverpool might sign Dumfries in the summer. Noni has 9 GA in his last 11 starts. Hope he continues his form, albeit against weaker opposition. Yeah, look, the majority of it's come in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, couple of Champions League games, but I suppose that's what we signed him for, was can you make an impact off the bench in the Premier League? I think that needs to improve a little bit. And can you step into games where you don't want Saka to play? I don't want Saka to even come on today, I'll be honest. I bet he will come on, but I don't want him on that pitch. Do you know what I mean? And this is why I'm saying Jesus, Martinelli, Madueke, Trossard, Havertz, they need to take responsibility and score goals. If this is 0-0 at 60 minutes, the manager's going to have to say, oh, Eze, Saka come off the bench and win us the game. I don't want that to happen. You know, I want it to be, yeah, we're 2-3-0 up. Saka, you don't even need to come on. Rice, Zubomendi, Gabriel, Saliba, not in the squad today. That's a good thing. They need the break. We're about to get underway, people. Believe it or not, that stand that you can see on TV wasn't even there when I played for them. That whole side of the pitch was just open. And they recently built that little stand when they got to League One because I think they needed more seats. The bigger stand is on this side. So I'm surprised they never moved the camera to the other side of the pitch to make their ground look better. I have to say, by the way, because I've seen people saying in the comments then, oh, 6-0. I don't think it will be like that. Honestly, we beat Wigan 4-0. Good play there by Noni, wins a free kick. We beat Wigan 4-0 at home. Wigan are in the same division and they're lower in the table. And this is away from home. I'm going 3-0. But if we score early, yeah, maybe we could hammer them. They haven't won a game in their last 4 since the FA Cup. It will be a tough game. You can tell, like, the pitch. I mean, trust me, for League One, that's not bad. But for Arsenal, that won't be a very good pitch. So it looks like we are playing a back 4. Salmon is at right back. So the way we saw it at first, it looks like it is going to be that. Norgard, it looks like Norgard and Trossard are in midfield together. Mosquera at centre back. Although I couldn't know. Maybe it is a back 3. I think it is a back 3. I think it's Salmon, Mosquera and Calafiori in a back 3. Norgard's in midfield with Trossard. See, look, these men are going to kick people down, man. Yeah, I'm telling you. I don't want Saka on that pitch. They will target him as well. They will target him. Yeah, it looks like a back 3, actually. Bang. Yo, they're telling you, man. You do not want Saka playing on this pitch. I don't even want Eze on the pitch either, really. Maybe Gyökeres towards the end, try and get him a goal. But yeah, it looks like we're playing a back 3. Big up Mayo said, hi Curtis in the community, right? He doesn't defend. I'd love him. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I want somebody in the front 3 that is electric. That's why I want Leao. I want somebody that scares people when he's on the ball. I don't want I'm not saying Saka's a regular winger. He's dangerous, like people double up on him, but we know he's not like a player that rips fullbacks to shreds. He's a very efficient footballer. Norgard gives it away there. They're high pressing us, man. They're going to put us under pressure early on. You're not even looking at the ball there, Norgard. Game looks scrappy, man. This is what they're going to want to make it scrappy as well. We need an Alexis Sanchez. Everybody needs an Alexis Sanchez, bro. I tell you, this game will be a big wake-up call for Dalman and Salmon. 16-year-olds, especially for that young Marley Salmon as a defender. This will be a hard game for him. Big physical League One players. Oh, here we go. We could be in. Given away. Oh, Max Dalman's missed a one-on-one. Should have scored. Hits it too low. The goalkeeper went to ground. He should have lifted it over him. Mansfield goalkeeper gave the ball straight to Dalman. He does well in the first place. Massive gap in the middle of the Mansfield midfield. Goalkeeper comes out, saves it with his legs. Should have scored. What is their keeper doing there? Terrible pass. We didn't even get the replay because they've gone back to the game. Martinelli, given away by Jesus, trying to do a little flick. Alvarez reminds me of Sanchez. I think Sanchez is even better than Alvarez, to be honest. Alexis got, what do you get, nearly 30 goals that season at Arsenal playing on the wing. I just think he's ferocious. I get you, the low centre of gravity, the aggression, the technical ability. But I think Sanchez was even better. Max Dalman, brilliant run into the area. Pulls it back, wins a corner. I tell you something, Max, by the way, I think he's one of the best dribblers at Arsenal. I don't care if he's 16. His close ball control is outstanding. Takes the corner short. Rolls it to Noni. I really want us to score in the first half. Big up LG, Mansfield fan locked in. Yeah. Lee calls him Jesus. I want Jesus to play. I was like, who's Jesus, bro? Ain't it Gabriel Jesus? Oh, shot deflected over by Mosquera for a corner. Come on, let's get an early goal. Let's get an early goal. Mosquera's on the edge of the box shooting. Corner to Arsenal. We took the last one short. We'll probably whip it in this time. We have actually got a smaller team today, haven't we? With Dalman, Madwakey, Trossard. That's a big miss by Dalman, by the way, but we let him off. He's only 16. He's got school on Monday. Burkamp always says more space above the keeper. Dowman needs to, yeah, put that high, you would have scored. Most goals from set pieces in all 4 English divisions, 32. Look at all the other teams are like lower league teams. Happy post Independence Day to Ghana, says Boss J7. Big up all the Ghanaians who were celebrating Independence Day. Corner comes out to the edge of the box, miss hit. Mansfield managed to clear it. You see what I rate about Mansfield here? They left 2 players up from a defensive corner. Kepa gives it away. Foul by Calafiori. I swear, every single game, Calafiori fouls someone on the counter-attack. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Gets away with it, though. This sort of Arsenal's left-hand side of the pitch looks... that part of the pitch looks worse. Yeah, big up Hassim, bro. I saw your message, man. Hope you're well, bro. Glad that you can tune in. He does them unnecessary fouls a lot. Mansfield in possession. Just don't do anything stupid, right? We all know why this game's on TV, because the TV are hoping that an upset happens and we're the headline news tomorrow. We don't want that. Just manage the game, but you got to score those chances. Reed fouls Nonny. Nonny falls to the ground. Getting a foul in the Premier League and getting a foul in League One is totally different. When you played for Mansfield, did you live there? I live close, isn't the most diverse player. Nah. No, I did not live there, mate. I lived in Nottingham. Nottingham to Mansfield's like, what, 20 minutes, 25-minute drive? I definitely didn't live there. Mansfield in possession. Looks like they're playing 2 strikers as well. Cardo said the ball is bobbling like crazy. I told you, man. Sometimes you got to go direct. Come on, Calafiori. The wild horse gives it away, but the defender misses it. Havertz was going to shoot. Got cleared. Great touch. Bullied to the floor. Jesus. Wow, it's a proper cup time, man. But you don't want it to be like this, because that's what they want. Look how poor the quality of the football is. It's all over the place. They want this to be the most horrible, messy, scrappy game that you've ever seen, Mansfield. And then they probably try and score from a set piece. Arsenal go direct there and give the ball away. It's difficult because when the pitch isn't good and the team's pressing you and it's messy, it's hard to get the ball down and play nice football. What is Calafiori doing there? Gee, he's got away with that. Why is he letting it bounce? Trossard, please. Yeah, finally he's completed a pass. Oh, we could have been in there. First time ball, unlucky by Max. Tried to play Havertz in first time, didn't get enough power on it. Unreasonable said, do people ask you for photos? Sometimes. It's funny because when I played, I didn't get asked very often. You get more for doing YouTube. Oh, I thought he tried to chip the keeper. Kepa collects it. You know what? I think people have to realise, Kepa is a very good second choice goalkeeper. Not many second choice keepers are very good. Like, he's the most expensive goalkeeper in the world. Chelsea paid 75 million for him. He's just our backup goalkeeper. We've had Runarsson and Matt Turner and players like that. Trossard needs a better help sponsor. He's steaming. Oh, Mansfield's left back McLaughlin comes to my local leisure centre. Yeah. Big him up. That's how it gets, man. The gym used to be across the road. Was it? I think it was Fitness First back then. Come on, Trossard. Oh, come on, Martinelli. What you got? At least lift your head up. Like, for a Brazilian, has he got any tricks in the locker? That's a good ball. Jesus looks offside, though, but we're playing on. Trossard, are you being serious, mate? How are you missing that? What a miss. I think he's offside anyway. Imagine that's onside and you're missing that. Jesus way offside, isn't he? Lay, I'm telling you, like, for League One at this stage of the year when it's like coming out of winter, that pitch ain't even that bad. But it's bad for a Premier League club. You turn up and go, yo, look how bobbly that is, man. But I'm telling you, it's all right, man. A lot of these players, they probably grew up soft, you know what I mean? And then they ain't played on pitches like that. Oh, lucky for Trossard, he was offside, or I'd have been going crazy. Have you missed? Come on, man. What are you doing, Mosquera? Waiting for the ball. He's bullied him. They could be in. Mansfield could be in. Oh, my days. Martinelli comes to the edge of the box. Saved by Kepa. Oh, my days. No, Mosquera got bullied. Look at this. Dalman's giving it away. Oh, my days. Salmon dives in, pulls him back. Shot. Oi, just wide. What's going on here, man? It's the FA Cup, people. The magic of the FA Cup. Mosquera gets bullied. Bullied to the ground. Could have given away a penalty. Wow, what a touch by Kepa. The guy had a tap in at the back post. And then saved by... Look at Mosquera there, man. Yo. I'm telling you, man, these games, you start to realise it can get like that. I don't know why Mosquera... No, in fact, I think he just got out-muscled. You see the problem that we've got today, people? We don't really have a midfield. You've got Norgard by himself. Ball whipped in from the corner. It's bouncing everywhere. Jeez, it's cleared and goes over. We are all over the place. We get a goal kick. This is harder than some of the Premier League games we've had. Great ball in. Hits Calafiori in the face. End up booting the ball away. Look here, it's a mess. Proper cup time, man. Ball's bouncing everywhere. Havertz kicks it against the Mansfield player and it goes over the bar. Should be 1-0. To be honest, if it wasn't for Kepa getting that touch, to be fair, it should be 1-1. Max Dalman should have scored. Mosquera, he lets the ball bounce. You think, oh, I've got all the time in the world. The big guy comes up, bang! Puts him on the floor. I told you, man, these League One, League Two teams, physical teams. Mansfield FIFA overall 65, Arsenal 88. But the FA Cup, bro. That's what makes the FA Cup so special. Mansfield, oh, he shot just wide. I'm saying Mansfield because I don't even know which player it is. Roberts. What is going on here, by the way? Yo, that's not even a million miles away if that would have curled in a little bit. I tell you, this is what you can't do in the... I'm glad Arteta's standing up, bro. Don't let these players think this is a joke. Oh, we're a really good team. It's only Mansfield. We'll turn up and beat them. It's the FA Cup, bro. Anything can happen. Look, look. You're getting pressed. Move the ball. Given away already, look. They're pressing us. Trossard. Come on, lads, man. What's going on? Complacency, man. How have you let him turn you like that? Mansfield crossed in. Comes back out to the edge of the box. Jeez. We don't look up for the fight. Well done, though, Max. Aye, Megs him. Give him the free kick. I'm telling you, some of these players better fix up. Havertz cost 65 million. Jesus, 45 million. Hold that Meg, by the way. Do you know what I mean? These guys need to wake up. This ain't a regular Premier League game. It's a bobbly pitch, a physical battle. How's Trossard getting turned like that? Max is quality, bro. Max might be the player in this game that we have to keep giving the ball to, which will be embarrassing for some of the other players if a 16-year-old's the guy that you're going for. Well, yeah, it's not because he's such a good talent, but do you know what I mean? If you're Havertz and that, you should be saying, yo, give me the ball. Would you be upset if your team wins today? I want Arsenal to win. Just because I play for Mansfield, I don't want them to win. Arsenal need to win trophies. Mosquera got bullied the whole Inter game, but everyone said he had a great performance. I'm like, what were you watching? I think we've seen over the last couple of weeks that Mosquera's got a few little things in his game that need tidying up a little bit. He's a bit clumsy sometimes. It feels like he has to make the challenge, when I always think the best defenders, they don't go to ground all the time. But, you know, he's 21, he'll improve, but he needs to learn fast. Why is Havertz playing DM? Our midfield looks all over the place. All goes long. Jesus with a flick on. Nobody up there. Why are we sitting back? You know what I mean? We're sitting back. We've got all these attacking players on the pitch. We can't get hold of the ball. But anyway, Saka makes more a week than the whole Mansfield squad. That's football, innit? Look, again, Mosquera has a poor pass. Throw into Mansfield. They'll be happy with the start. I ain't got a clue what formation we're playing. It just looks like we're playing a back three. Salmon on the right, Calafiori left, and Mosquera in the middle. And then Norgard's playing DM. And then it looks like Trossard's in midfield, with Dalman a little bit further forward. I don't even know where Havertz is playing. And then Jesus up front, Martinelli's on the left. Maybe Havertz like drifting off the right, but Salmon with a Cruyff turn. Jeez, bro, time and a place. You're a right back. Good touch. Oh, unlucky with a pass. Max playing deep lying playmaker. Mansfield have possession. Ball out wide. The crosses into the box are the problem. Here is the cross into the box. Hey, volley wide. Yo, man, I'm telling you. They better be careful. You can end up in the headlines for all the wrong reasons if today doesn't go right. They're the better team so far. I'm not even joking. Two players look unmarked at the back post. And that's because of the formation. That formation with three at the back, there's space out wide. So they're overloading us. Mosquera and Trossard look like they're steaming. Maybe they went out last night. Who knows? Well, the problem is if we go 1-0 down, is you're going to end up having to bring on Saka and Gyökeres and trying to get in. Come on, Havertz. Good. Oh, it's not a good touch. It's not a bad touch, but just about got away from him. Great kick by Kepa. It's probably the best pass we've played all half. I feel like Havertz should have actually had a better touch there, you know. At that level, I think he's got to bring that down. Sidorf said Trossard's so drunk he can't even pass a ball. Right, I'll tell you, I know we started this off as a joke, but he plays like he's drunk. Jan said that Oates brother is moving a bit better than you. He ain't better than me, bro. He ain't. Nah, he's a powerhouse, though. Formation is 3-1-6. This was always going to be the problem. It's not. They're obviously not better than us, but they're we're all over the place. I think over the last few months, Calafiori, I'm starting to look at him a bit different, man. Paid a lot of money for him. He's got to do better. Mansfield better than Tottenham. Well, it's going to be a harder game. Jesus getting the ball in DM. Havertz, good. Give it him. Give it him. Come on, Max. Oh, Trossard. Max is further up. Come on, get on the ball, man. Here's Noni. Runs all the way across the pitch. Martinelli out. Oh, Jesus out wide. Good little flick. Noni Madueke pulls it back. Can we finish? No. Trossard's pass doesn't have enough power. It's cleared for a corner. That's what throw-in. Sorry, that's what you need. Quick movement. Good play by Jesus. Noni pulls it back. They got out quickly. Better. A little bit better. Noni flicks it on, cleared away at the near post. Mansfield get the ball very easily. Oh my days, is this guy offside? He's in a lot of space here. He's got two players on him. Goes past one. Good recovery challenge from Calafiori. Our shape is crazy. You know, big up Joanne Smith. I'm out today. Appreciate hearing what's going on. The game is wild because this formation, I've just never seen it. Max gets tackled there. We're struggling to get the ball out of his feet. And the thing is, you see, they will play the pitch better. This is their home ground. They know that pitch. They're not going to be put off by a few bobbles. They're used to it. Our players are going to have to adapt to it. Trossard is frustrating. Yeah, he is. He's just got that look on his face like he's not bothered, even though he probably is, obviously. But Mansfield have the ball left-hand side. Ball whipped in. It's blocked. Come on, get us up the pitch. Come on, Havertz. You're going to get fouled, 100%. Could see that. Wins a free kick. 10 subs at half time. Listen, I don't know who would you bring on? You bring on Eze for a bit of composure. And put maybe Yoker at. I don't know, actually. Look at that there. If that ball's right there, he's one-on-one with the keeper. Luckily, he didn't get the ball right. Oh, there's no excuse. I don't want to hear nothing about the pitch or any of it. These players have been, a lot of these players have been in the Prem for years. So they've played in FA Cup games before. Hassan said, my dad really respects you. I want to email you, have a chat. Wow, my days. Drop me an email, bro. Announcer said they've had 7 shots on goal, most all season. Remember, they haven't won a game since the last FA Cup game. They've had 2 defeats and 2 draws, Mansfield, in their last 4 league games. So they're not even in good form. Is Martinelli forced all the way back to Kepa? Do you know what it is, people? I'll be honest with you, just in slight defence of the players, but it is their fault overall. Our shape is all over the place. Sometimes, even if you've got much better players, if your shape is all over the place, just the organisation of Mansfield will cause you a problem. Do you know what I mean? Our formation's everywhere. It's like we've got no midfield. We've just got players scattered all over the pitch. Like here, Martinelli's got the ball. He's got no one to pass to. We've got no one in midfield. So I think he might have to change this formation. And like you said there, Cardo, yeah, they're going to tire out. They won't be able to keep up this. But the problem you've got is if they score, you seem to get more energy, don't you, as a player? Big up Indiana, who said, big up, see, can't find a stream. Your commentary is my voice of a long time. Big up. Havertz. Good play. Trossard, right-hand side. It's just, I shouldn't even be surprised. I just don't rate this guy at all. No composure. It's just poor, that, isn't it? Premier League is it's just got no composure about it. Start of the season, we're going, Trossard is so clutch. Like, the clutch is well and truly broken. That car ain't driving. Please don't bring Timber on either, but problem is if the defence looks shaky, you might have to. Early Brighton days, Trossard, he'll probably score now, I've said all this. Here's Max Dowman. Gets it out wide to Noni. 3 players out there. Gee, I thought Max was going to get clattered then. We win a free kick. Win a throw-in, sorry. Trossard getting turned by some 18-stone geezer. Said Homeland. Blackgate said, what's a realistic left wing signing? I think nearly every one of the left wingers that we spoke about before the game, I think we could get them. Especially if we win the title. Could you get Barcola from PSG? I think you could. He doesn't play every week. He'd probably leave. You could get Leao from Milan. You could probably get Yildiz from Juventus. They're not top of the league. They're not going to win the league. You could get Gordon from Newcastle. I don't want him. But if they want... Huh? Yeah, so you could get any one of them, I think. It's just about paying the money. Curtis missed the first 20 minutes, went to play cricket with my friends. Can you explain in detail how we were playing? I mean, first of all, I'd have stayed playing cricket. Nah, listen, hopefully the game will get better. Salmon rolls it into Martinelli. Come on, move the ball, lads. You've got to move the ball quickly. Make them chase after the ball. Big up Josh Shaw, he said, Mansfield on. Member for 59 months. Havertz holds it up. Martinelli, edge of the penalty area. Can he get a shot off? No, gets crowded out. Great feet by Dowman. Martinelli, straight to the goalkeeper corner. Lovely play, Max Dowman. I think he's been our best player so far. I know he missed that one-on-one, but he's the one that's got the quick footwork. Mate, I'm telling you now, Max is not no joke. Hey, ain't that a corner? Was he offside? Max ain't no joke, you know, I swear. Look, bam, bam. Look at him, man. Why is it not a corner? I'm confused. Oh, yeah. Free kick to Mansfield. Max a baller, man. I want to see him in the Prem games. Did you have tryouts or contact out of country clubs? No, I never really did, you know. I was approached one time to go to Australia. Didn't really want to go there too far. When I was younger, I was thinking America, but they were saying you got to do the scholarship first. And I just didn't want to do any studying. I'd had enough. So I just stayed in England. Obviously, if you can make it in England, then it's better, isn't it? Because there's so many professional leagues in England. Why do we play like this every time I watch? It's the Arsenal way. We don't really start playing till the second half, do we? Yeah, but do you know what it is, bro? There is a big difference when you're a 16-year-old coming out of the youth team, you're still in school. Then one's a 31-year-old Belgium international that's played in World Cups and probably played 400-500 games of football. They're not double standards. That's reality. Good play by Calafiori there. Finds Martinelli, left-hand side. Come on, take him on. Edge of the box, Trossard. See, look, they've packed the defence. Nani twisting and turning. Stops him in the area. Corner, Arsenal appealing for handball. Corner to Arsenal. I don't even think we're as... No, it was his chest. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. How is people not giving the youth players great? Exactly, man. He was basically saying I had double standards because I'm letting off Dalman with the miss, but not Trossard. But there is a big difference. He's nearly double his age, bro. Do you know what I mean? And he still looks good. He probably looks like our best attacking player. Corner whipped in, Noni Madwakey. I think he hits the post. Straight from the corner. Edge of the box shot. Oh, it's blocked. Dalman. Look at him, man. He's a baller, bro. Look, he's saying, give me the ball, Noni. Noni, take him on. Noni twisting and turning. Ah, is that a corner? What? How did that go straight out of play? I don't even understand that. I think he sliced it with his right foot. Goal kick. Oh, hit the corner, like top corner of the post. Straight from the corner. You know what I mean? Mansfield on Macclesfield setting. Do you remember that? Against Palace, they done them, didn't they? They done them. You can see similarities with the Premier League starting the first half 0-0. Thing is, Mansfield will be delighted if they go in at 0-0. They will. Noni Madwakey, yeah. I thought, well, Highbury's local badge on Max is a proper baller. Listen, at the moment, if we're being honest, nobody has grabbed that. What is that from Kepa, man? Rolled out edge of the box. Yo. Ball out wide. Up against Salmon. Overlap. Oh, no. All gets clipped in. Good header away. Shot on the volley. Jeez, we're scrambling. Come on. Come on, Max. Quality. I don't care. I'm giving him grace. He's been our best player. Come on, Trossard. Keep the ball, please. Well done. Drilled across. Oh, Max. Aye, aye, aye. You got to expect it, though, ain't you? It's unlucky, but that's much better by Trossard, though. That's what Trossard is good at. Aye, it's one of them. You just side for it. You got to just put it in the corner. He's had our two best chances. Come on. We got to keep the ball a little bit better. Dalman Cruyff, he's calling him. Is Jesus on the field? Yeah, do you know what? He's hardly touched the ball, has he? Very quiet. It's a hard game to get into as a striker, but you got to go looking for it. Philly said Dalman has moves. Hopefully Arteta won't ruin him. I'd love to see him in like a Premier League game at the Emirates playing in the 10. Aye, Salmon doing 360s. Lovely. Then he gives it away, though. You can't do that. Ooh! Yo, someone just got... Who got clattered? Yo, look at Max, bro. Look at the footwork. Oh, what are you doing, Martinelli? Martinelli seeing Max like, yo, I want to do tricks as well. Norgard's up anyway. He got clattered in the challenge, but Listen, I'm not. Listen, there'll be people watching this going, "Oh, you're hyping up Max. He's missed 2 big chances." I don't care. He's been our best player. He's been our best player. Every time he gets the ball, it looks like something's going to happen. So I will give him the great. Crowd are singing Max's name. Oh, trust me, man. You got to recognise he's 16 years of age. He's our best player on this bobbly pitch. Nonny, pin him. Roll it. Come on, come on. Drill it. Oh, Nonny, man. Poor. Yo, we got over 5,000 people watching. I swear I ain't even seen the numbers. Big up everyone, man. Nonny just hit the post with an excellent corner. You lot having if your corner hits the outside of the post, it's not really a good corner. So nobody had the opportunity to get their head on it, and it didn't go in. And he's just skied one over the roof and sliced one out 2 minutes earlier. So I wouldn't praise him too quickly. 30 minutes gone. Big up everyone locked in, man. I honestly didn't know that many people were tuned in. The game's on TNT Sports for anybody looking. Throw into Arsenal. 31 gone. Max legit the best attacker on the pitch. The others lack IQ. Now, Skelly suspended, Graham. Nonny is awful, says Liam. And he agrees. He said, yes, Big C, hope you're good, my guy. Listen to you at work on my lunch break. Big up to you. Working on a Saturday, man. It should be banned. It should be banned. Nonny should be sold this summer, says Cam. Oh, Martinelli stood on the... In fact, it's Trossard who stood on the ball. That panda's drunk, man. Oh, Calafiori's been rinsed. Mansfield are in. Great save by Kepa. Jeez, man. Yo, what is going on here? Trossard's standing on the ball. He's steaming. And Calafiori's getting nutmegged. Luckily, he drilled it straight at the keeper. Dear, oh dear. I'm telling you, these men must... I don't know what's going on. Big up to Bonzino said, listening at work in Berlin, mixing the bass line for the next week's gig. Did you see Expression stream the other day against Palace? He had more people on his stream than in the stadium. Yeah, 30,000. He'll have 5 million subs the way they're going. He'll be in the championship, but anyway, left flank curse. Yeah, that left-hand side. Unfortunately. Arsenal in possession. The Osman's crazy horses. Big up penalty spot, man. Bring on Ethan. Oh, my bad. Yeah, free Gaza cell. Trossard. Make sure you hit the like button, people. I haven't even checked the likes. I appreciate the numbers, man. I wasn't sure whether the interest would be too high in this game. But the community are here. 1.1k likes already. Let's get 3,000 overall. 2,000 by half-time, maybe. Our attack can't break down Mansfield. I mean, we have had a couple of chances, but it's just the general play that I don't like. Some of these players, man, I don't think Martinelli's got past this guy once. Here is Marley Salmon, 16 years of age. Rolls it out to Nonny Madwakey. 1v1 with the fullback. Rolls it in to Max. Twist in. Turns into traffic. It's cleared away by Mansfield. They're just playing a long ball. And like 1v1 with Calafiori. Has to go all the way back to Kepa. They'll have the best stadium in the championship, yeah. And they do good concerts as well. Ah, dear. Let's get Curtis to 110,000 subs. It would be great. Jesus, touch lets him down. Ball goes out for a throw-in. 78% possession in the last 5 minutes. Curtis, would you take Spurs winning the Champions League if it meant them getting relegated? No, I wouldn't take that. Because they'll still say they got that Champions League before us. I can't have that. Gee, Mansfield is tough. Yeah, listen, I knew it would be, man. These games are not easy, man. Not easy at all. Big up the OG scoreboard. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get at these grounds. Long throw in for Arsenal, headed away by Mansfield. See, that's the thing. The set pieces won't be as effective against a team like this because they'll be used to it. Martinelli whips it in, headed away, and cleared away. Great defending, Marley Salmon. Keep the ball. Don't get carried away. Wins a throw in. Fair play to him. Good play. What formation are we playing? Oh, mate, we're trying to figure it out. Lewis Skelly suspended, people. I think I've said that about 20 times today, but I get it. A lot of people have turned up late. Lewis Skelly is suspended. And the Panda is steaming. He's on the floor and he's injured and he's coming off. Wow. Trossard's off. Somebody get him a bottle of water. Nkapie's coming on. That is crazy. Told you, man, that vodka. I'm joking, by the way. Oh, God, he's accusing him of being drunk. He's steaming, man. Leave him in Mansfield. Let him play for them. Trossard hangover incoming up. Bro, he's had a stinker anyway. But in all seriousness, we better hope this ain't another injury because obviously it is an injury, but let's just hope it's a knock. We've got a Champions League game midweek and we're running out of rotation options. That means then you've got to play Martinelli every single game. I wonder if it's one of them where horrible pitch, it's cold, it's an early kickoff, you're getting kicked, you're having to defend, you get a bit of a knock, you go on the floor and you just say, get me off. I'm hoping it's one of them rather than the fact he's genuinely got an injury. Nkapie's coming on. Who knows what formation we're playing? I haven't got a clue what our formation is. I don't think he fancies the game. I really hope he's not genuinely injured because we're running out of rotation options. Hopefully now, does that give us a back four? Nkapie at left back, Calafiori and Mosquera at centre back. Oh, in fact, it looks like Nkapie's gone to left centre back. Calafiori's gone to left back. So we do now have a back four at least. So maybe we'll have a little bit of stability. The midfield now is going to be, by the look of it, Norgard and then Havertz and Max Dowman playing as advanced eights. Martinelli on the left, Noni on the right, and Jesus up front. So it should actually give us some balance now. Because that formation was an absolute shambles. Do you know what I mean? It really was. People remember this goes to penalties. I don't actually know if it goes to extra time because we do not need extra time. Does the FA Cup 5th round go to extra time? All matches played this weekend. All ties will go to extra time. We do not need that. The last thing we need is extra time and tire out our players ahead of a Champions League game. Mods, pin it. Let everyone know Lewis Skelly is suspended so we don't have to keep saying it. Miles Lewis Skelly is suspended. No, but then I'm looking here. It says games go straight to penalties. There'll be no replay. I don't know. You guys let me know, but let's hope we're not in that situation. Corner to Mansfield, whipped in, headed away. Madueke clears it. Can we hit them on the break? Here's Max Dowman. Good ball into Havertz. Poor ball into Noni, man. The lack of quality is so poor. These men are 275 grand a week. 65 million Havertz. You can't play a 10-yard pass. We had them on the break then. People saying it goes straight to penalties, right? Dowman's been our best player. He has also missed 2 big chances, but I'll let him off. Rich said Plymouth won 1-0 against Liverpool last year in the FA Cup. Yep. Hassan said, just sent you an email, bro. Here's a shot. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. Comes back out to Martinelli. Rolls it, edge of the box. Goal! what a goal by Noni Madueke. Whips it into the top corner. That headband's got magic powers. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Noni Madueke, lovely finish. He's the Vinicius of the FA Cup. Lovely finish. Really good finish that, by the way. Was it Max who hit the first shot that the keeper saved? Who hit this first shot? Who is that? I can't even see who that is. It Incapit. Martinelli does. Oh, it's Noni had the first shot. Hey, what a finish, by the way. What a finish. Just side foots it into the far top corner. Hey, deflection, but still. First time. Does it get a deflection? Yeah, a little deflection off the defender's knee. Top corner. He needed that because he'd missed a few chances. Big him up. I think that's 10 goals or 10 GA in his last 12. Lovely finish. Trossard needs AA. Do you know what it is? I don't want to joke too much. You imagine the brother's got a bad injury, but I'm telling you, man, brother plays like he's steaming. Noni not happy. Do you know what it is, though? Like, even if I was Arteta, if I get in with a team at half-time, I'm going to say, lads, that's not good enough. I don't care if you're winning 1-0. That performance ain't acceptable. You got to do better than that. Control the game. But listen, we're 1-0 up. So fair play. Havertz gets fouled. Havertz looks a yard off the pace today. We never doubted you, Noni. Yeah, we were selling you 2 minutes ago. Ball over the top. Noni could be in again. Right foot shot. Oh, deflected for a corner. Now we're starting to get space in behind. Hopefully the game opens up now. Noni gets on the wrong side of the defender. Volley on his right foot. Oh my days, he volleyed it wide. That you've just seen there the good and the bad of Noni Madueke. He just scored one. You think, what a player. And that one there, he's just volleyed it about 7 yards wide. I genuinely thought that was deflected for a corner. He's just shanked it wide. Horrible techers. I think Noni is one of them players, isn't he? He's terrible and really good mixed into one, you know. But, hey, is what it is. It was on his right foot, but you should be 2-footed at that level. But, yeah, he just scored. We'll let him off. 1-0 to Arsenal, which is a lot better than 0-0. Still don't think the performance has been great. Havertz been out for ages. Yeah. He needs game time. Needs game time. But you got to get up to speed quickly. I just tuned in. Are we playing a back three? We were. It's a back four now. Trossard's come off injured. And Trossard was playing very, very bad. But the role that he was in, I think he was playing centre mid. Nah, Havertz, man, what is going on? Just keeps giving the ball away. Mansfield on the attack, left-hand side, 2 minutes till half-time. Cross is sliced, but does stay in play. No, it went out for a goal kick and came back in. Havertz having a shocker as well. Trossard seems to be coming off injured every game and then plays the next. I think his confidence is hurt more than anything. You know what I mean? Noni is unpredictable with everything. You know what it is with Noni? Like, you don't mind him being unpredictable, like coming off the bench for Saka, 20 minutes. Probably difficult to play against as a fullback. When he starts games, you want a bit more consistency from him in terms of, like, keep the ball. Look after the ball a bit better. I think Noni is, like, he's got a lot of potential, but it's whether he fulfills it or not. He could end up being a frustrating Gervinho that in the end you want to get rid of him. Or he could be a really good squad player where you say, well, he's good 1v1, he's quick, he's dynamic. It's just about that end product. Jesus has hardly touched the ball. Here's Max Dowman, you're about to get clamped. Look at his dribbling. What's Martinelli doing there? You dummy in the ball, mate. Why did Martinelli leave the ball then? Oh, my days. Some of these players, sometimes, I don't even understand what they're doing. Why did Nelly leave the ball then? Harvey said that is true. C needs some maturity. Yeah, definitely. Darion said, Curtis finally read my comment. Day made. Yo, you're there, bro. Be patient. We'll get there. 5.5K in the chat. Hard to read everyone's, but we try. He's suffering from the alcohol shakes. Get him off, said Homeland. Well, he's off now. And Sidorf said, Liao is what we need, someone that can get past the defender, Chaos Merchant. 2 minutes added on at the end of the half. Here is Noni, right-hand side, cuts back, gives it away. Which, again, kind of sums him up. Nelly's drunk. He went out last night with Trossard. Yeah, maybe he picked up the wrong water bottle and it's affected him. He can't see. We desperately need a left winger. Yeah, we've needed one for 2 years. Imagine Dowman and Douay. Bro, I'm telling you, Dowman, I want him to get game time in the Prem. He's that good. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Gives it away. What are they doing here? What are they actually doing here? They can't pass the ball. This Mansfield player looks better on the ball than Jesus. Twisting and turning. Ball whipped out wide. Crossed in. Header goes over the bar by Mansfield. Goal kick to Arsenal. Some of our players, I'm telling you, Arteta should have a go at them at half-time. I know we're winning. Some of these players are big players, and they're not performing. You know, Harvey, I try to get through the comments. Mansfield wouldn't even want Jesus. Bro. Douay is missing a goal machine. People fall for the highlights. Does he miss a lot of chances? Said Jesus ain't got nothing on Gyökeres. It's all a purple patch. Jesus needs to go in the summer. Let's be real. You know, we're all at that point with Jesus now where he needs to be moved on. He's on massive wages as well for the level that he's at. Long ball by Norgard, overhits it. That'll go out for a goal kick, and that should be half-time. Jesus and Trossard, before he came off, have been atrocious, says Dens. Half-time whistle goes. Let's get the half-time tweet. Dowman, our best player. Spike missing a couple chances. Good goal by Noni. Mansfield have made it a tough game. Some of these players need to go in the summer. I'm sorry. Win the league, win whatever. Do not get caught up in the emotion if we win major silverware. Honestly. Not in terms of the trophy. Get caught up in that emotion. Don't think that if we win a major trophy that all of these players are great players. I want 5 or 6 players sold this summer. Genuinely. Trossard, Martinelli, Jesus, Odegaard, Havertz. Honestly, I wouldn't be. I'd get rid of him if you get a decent offer. They're not reliable. They're not consistent. They're on massive wages. They've been at the club for years. Just they have a good game. You start singing Havertz's name, not us, by the way, but the fans in the ground. Just average footballers, man. Genuinely average footballers. Max looks better on the ball than £65 million players who are just giving the ball away under no pressure. Jesus got to go this summer. Martinelli can't even beat his player. We need players that can put pressure on the first team. Do you know, Axe, you make a great point there, and I said this on Forever the other day. These players, we're in a cup final in 2 weeks. We're in a cup final in 2 weeks at Wembley. And these players, a lot of these players are not in our starting 11 at the moment. They should be going, listen, I don't want to hear no excuses about the pitch or how physical they are. You're a footballer. Deal with it. You should be desperate to try and get in the team to play at Wembley. Jesus and these guys, what have you actually done in that first half? Touch the ball about 4 times. You give the ball away, 3 of them. No, it's frustrating because the standards are low, and the problem is some of these players are going to have to help us win these trophies. If it's 0-0 in the Carabao Cup final and we need something, you might have to turn to Noni Madueke, Gabriel Jesus, Kai Havertz. So these guys need to be sharp. They look off the pace. They're giving the ball away under no pressure. Arteta should be having a go at them at half-time. Oates supports Arsenal. Bro, some of our players getting bullied. Now, don't get me wrong. I know it's difficult. Physical team, pitch ain't great. But come on. Jesus giving the ball away under no pressure. Havertz, we're on the counter-attack. Can't play a 10-yard pass. What are we doing? Trossard had a stinker. I'm telling you, man. Very arrogant performance. You know what? Noni, I don't actually think his end product's been great today, but at least I give him that bit of credit that he's a constant threat and he scored a goal and, you know, I'm still not convinced by him. Don't get me wrong, but come on, man. Physical game, it's hard work. It is, but Premier League players are fitter than League One players. It's just a reality. Better facilities, better everything, better recovery. The one thing you can't let them off is you're giving the ball away under no pressure. That's got nothing to do with hard work. That's just pure lack of quality and laziness. The good thing is that we're winning. You know, if it was 0-0, boy. But the game's still very much in the balance. We need another goal. We need another goal. Kepa in the final v City. He will play. Yeah, he will play. I ain't going to do that to him. It would probably have been the circumstances of signing him is that I'll give you all the Carabao and the FA Cup games, which we've made the final of the Carabao, so he's had a few games there. And I think we'll do well in the FA Cup, so I think he will play. Big up 88th Company said Sanchez was an alien. Would have loved to have had him in this squad. Imagine the boost and motivation he would give the players who didn't win big trophies. What a workhorse he was and what a monster. He was incredible. Big up LG who said we are still in it though. Come on, you Stags. Mansfield have done themselves proud, to be honest. They've given us a real tough game. Back in the day, a Prem player would run right past any lower division player. I will say that things are improving in the lower leagues. You know, they're not in the Stone Ages. They're still training on decent training grounds and stuff. But Big C, the total Mansfield squad is 7.1 million. So not even as much as Norgard. Do you know what I mean? We're struggling with the pitch condition, yeah, but come on. We've played Port Vale, we've played Portsmouth, we've played on a few of these pitches, man. Their wide men are 37 and 35 years of age. Crazy. I think Trossard's just got a knock. I just don't think he was up for the fight. I'll be honest with you. I just don't. I could be wrong and it could turn out he's done his hamstring or something and then, yeah, I'm wrong. But it looks to me like his ego has been hurt. That's what I think. Yeah, I played in the FA Cup a few times. A few times, bro. Unfortunately, never got to like the 5th round or anything like this. But listen, do you know what it is? It's cup football and you've just got to get through it. The main thing we said today at the start of the game was win the game, don't get injuries. Now, we've ended up with an injury in the first half. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. But I mean, I'm thinking here because do we have to change something on this left-hand side? Do we have to go in a different direction? Because We're trying to win a Prem, a Champions League, a cup final against Man City, and an FA Cup. We can't keep sitting here going, oh, Trossard's having a stinker, get him off. Martinelli can't go past his defender, get him off. Do we have to go Eze on the left? Do we have to go Jesus on the left? Do we have to go Noni on the left? Saka on the left? I'm at the point now, I don't even think Trossard or Martinelli should be playing. I don't think any of them should be playing. You can't keep playing like this. We're going to have bigger, more important games, and I can't trust any of those two. They're performing at such a poor level. Martinelli can't get past this right back. Can't get past him. I think something different. I don't know. Maybe you play Noni on the left and just say run at people. Eze on the left. I don't know. You can't keep playing these two. Half-time should bring Gyökeres for the invisible Jesus. Unreasonable said Jesus might get nailed. Keeps playing like that. He's had a couple of heavy touches. Guna Carlos, first Prem team to 100 goals, all comps. Boring though. It's crazy. I don't know how we've done it. I'll be honest. Emmanuel said, whoa, that's our 99th goal. Guna Carlos said it's our 100th goal. So one of you's wrong here, but big up to both of you. Elton said, to be honest, I never saw anything in Havertz. No, I'd never understood why we bought that guy. Jason said, I expect Arsenal to score at least another 2 goals in the second half, or I blame you. Why do I get the blame, people? I predicted 3-0 to Arsenal. I need goals. I need goals here. Big up Latif. Yes, Curtis, big up yourself. We just don't have any match winners like Alexis Aubameyang. No one to turn to. No one to say, give me that ball. We haven't had one for a while. DM said, I've played football, good pitches, then the FA Youth on good pitches. These are pro players. We're forgetting the other team are playing on this pitch. I mean, yeah, they're used to it, but you can't tell me that these players played on carpets their whole career. A lot of these guys, I'm sure they grew up. Martinelli came from the Brazilian 4th division. You know, I'm sure they weren't playing on great pitches every week. Elton said, must sell list. Peru, Nelly, Jesus, Trossard, White, Havertz. Just realistic that these are not on the level of Timber, Rice, Big Gabby and Saliba. Yeah? I mean, listen, it's difficult to have a whole team at the top level. You're always going to have players that are slightly below your top players. But I think they're now falling too far below. You know, that's the problem. And these guys are on big money. Would Martinelli even get a game for Mansfield? I haven't seen him have a good game since 2022. Jesus, Havertz, Trossard, Martinelli need to go. I'd keep Odegaard, though. I think he's being used wrong. Fair enough. Big up the Herd 88. Harvey said, just to say, thank you, C. Community man never hides. Big up. Appreciate that. Big up to you, Harvey, man. Long-time subscriber. Corvelli 88, Big C Dowman is clearly the best attacking player on the pitch. Do your thing. He deserves to start Prem games, and more importantly, will Arteta do it? Big up. Yeah, listen, a couple of people were saying during that first half, you're hyping him, but he's missed 2 big chances. I said, bro, he's 16. He's been our best player. He looks more comfortable on the ball than any other player in our team. Probably along with Noni looks like he wants the ball, but his end product is so unpredictable. You know, he can score and then hit the pigeon on the roof. But Max has been our best player. And somebody said in the first half, oh, you're criticising Trossard for missing, but then you're praising Max Dowman, who missed an even easier chance. I said, bro, he's 16. He's still in school, bro. He hasn't even done his GCSEs. The pitch isn't bothering Max Dowman. He's dribbling past players with ease. I'm at the point with him now. You might need to start him in the Prem sometimes. Not every week, but Barcelona had no fear playing Lamine Yamal at 16. I'm not saying Max is on his level, but I'm saying the age thing shouldn't play a part if he's good enough. And I've seen more from him than I have from players on the pitch who are 60, 70 million pound players. So, but yeah, can Max play left wing? I don't know. You know, I know they said he was a 10 and he can play on the right. I haven't really heard about the left, but if he can. Big up Latifah said the development of Max will be crucial. He is a baller. And Rucker said, I blame you, Kurt. I love that one. Now I'm being blamed. The Gyökeres signing was my fault. The performance was my fault. The pitch is my fault. As Bjorn said, Yamal got his debut at 15. Yeah, I watched a story about Yamal where apparently Barca were going to play him at 15, like consistently, but they wouldn't play him because he was on a youth team contract and they were worried about somebody signing him because PSG wanted him. So they held him back a little bit. Latif said Max needs some guidance and backing. Lamine had, yeah. I think Arteta's got to look at him and go, he can be a star. I don't need to hold him back. I don't need to loan him out. I need to play him. Even if he's not starting every week, I want him coming on. I want him getting 20 minutes, start him the odd time, give him game time. Pitch looks like a cow pasture. Hope no injuries, says Rish. Honestly, it's not as bad as it looks. We're used to seeing the Emirates carpet. It's not as bad as it looks, but will be hard for Arsenal, but got to deal with it. Big up everyone locked in though, man. Big up the Curtis Shaw derby people. I think Mansfield have will deserve a lot of credit for what they've done there. That's harder than when we played Tottenham, to be honest. Yeah, Edu's been sacked by Forest, which don't think anybody will be surprised by that. Then the pitch is too pitchy. The bobbles are too bobbly. His head was too Lego-y. Trossard was too drunky. I would add Gyökeres to the players of sell list. Way cold. Cole came in. Bop, 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 kick the door down like Fitz. You're selling Gyökeres one season. I give Gyökeres another season, man. I'll be real. I'll give Gyökeres one more. And you know what it is? Sometimes you sign a player and you think, right, I've signed you for 60 million. You're going to be the main striker. You're going to be the main man. Sometimes they end up being squad players. Man United bought Mason Mount for 55 million. Money Mace, he's a squad player at Man United. Do you know what I mean? It happens sometimes. Like, you sign a player you think is going to be a star. They're not as good as you think. They end up being squad players. Imagine Gyökeres being on the bench at Arsenal when you sign somebody else. That's how strong you want your squad to be, you know? You've got to give him another season. A lot of players join clubs and struggle the first year. He's still got 15 goals all comps. He'll end up with 20 all comps. Mansfield making a change there, I think. Groundsman Mansfield 12th player this week. Listen, what you've also got to think, and what you make a great point there, they might have said, don't make the pitch good. Do you know what I mean? They might have said, yo, don't make the pitch nice for Arsenal. Keep that pitch cut up and difficult for them to play on. Like, this could be a ploy by them. Second half's underway, people. Second half is underway. Somebody just said caught offside had some breaking news about Arsenal, although caught offside is a pretty poor source of information. But we'll have a look. Kvaratskhelia is unsettled at PSG. Yeah, I mean, if he is, then break the bank for him. Pay 80 million for him. But do I believe them? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And they are linking him to Arsenal. Kvara would be... If we sign Kvara, oh my days. He's the ideal kind of player for Arteta's system as well. He'd be incredible. I'd love Arsenal to sign him, but you know what I mean? Maybe he's maybe he wants to play in the Prem. Henok Gunner, big up, bro. Big C, an Ethiopian from DC. Big fan of the channel. Big up, man. I had a good time in DC, to be fair. Big up to you, man. Latif said if Wenger had Dalman, boy, oh boy, Wenger would have him. Absolutely. He'd be in the England squad playing for Wenger. Here we go. Left-hand side. Martinelli. Poor pass. How many more times are we going to have to see this, man? Gets down the side. Chips it straight to the Mansfield defender. Mansfield are on the break here. They're pushing bodies forward. Their cross ain't much better than the Martinelli one. Comes back out, edge of the penalty area. Oh, he was going to give a free kick there. Come on, let's hit him on the break. Let's go. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Runners ahead of him. Havertz, you're not making a great run for him. Finds Calafiori on the overlap. Calafiori's crosses block corner to Arsenal. That Havertz run was so poor then. Genuinely, Jesus, you've got to make a diagonal run either side. He's just running straight in front of him. Jeez. Big C. No, I read that one. Big up to everyone in DC. Sign Jamal. Jamal Musiala are you talking about? Sign Jamal worth more than Saka and Madueke combined. I don't know if he means Jamal Musiala or Lamine Yamal. I'm going with Jamal Musiala. He scored the other day, first game back. Survived Kai this long as striker. I'll back Gyökeres for now, said Acing. I hear you. Corner taken short. Edge of the box. Loads of space. Max Dowman. Clips in the cross. Oh, just missed. It's flicked wide. Lovely ball in there. Oh, Lamine you was on about. Bro, Lamine. Barca ain't selling Lamine, bro. You know what I mean? I think he's got $1 billion. I think his release clause $1 billion euros. What do you think about the stadium being expanded on, Curtis? Worries me short term, but might be necessary to stay competitive long term. I think long term it's got to happen. 60,000 ain't big enough for Arsenal. We need 80, 90,000. It's just a bit annoying that we're probably going to have to play at another stadium for at least a year. Maybe Wembley. Corner taken short. Noni finds Max Dowman. Back to Noni. He's isolated him. He's gone past him with ease. Madueke does well. Oh, the cross is headed away. I think he should have gone hard and low there. Drilled it. Martinelli is in defence there. Goes all the way back to Kepa. Ada Bazagla? Why did I try and say his surname? Let me actually get it now. Now I've just absolutely butchered the guy. Ari Zabalaga. Zabalaga? Yeah, Kepa. You know what I mean. Don't ever try and announce his second name again, I think, is what I learnt from that. Spurs will be selling out concerts next year. Yeah, apparently Wireless Festival's going to be there. I'm joking, but they might have to go down that route. Yeah, I'll stick with Kepa. I tried to be clever there and realised it's just not necessary. Oh, ball given away. Mansfield on the attack. Mosquera's been twisted. They've scored! Oh my days! Mansfield have equalised! What are we doing? Look at the state of this. That salmon got a bit fishy. Mosquera got twisted inside out. And Mansfield Town have equalised against Arsenal. Wow. I mean, I shouldn't make jokes about salmon, but damn, that was fishy. And Mosquera, doing the hokey-cokey defending there, twisted him inside and out, drills it into the... Look at Salmon here, by the way. He falls over. Look at him, he fell backwards. What is Mosquera doing? Turning like a double-decker bus. Look at the state of that Real Mansfield. That striker has just ruined Mosquera. Oh, what a finish. I think that's the guy who came off the bench. Unbelievable. That's embarrassing, by the way. That is embarrassing. One, game on. A little bit embarrassing. I can't believe we conceded. I predicted 3-1 as well, man. Ball whipped in. Oh. They deserve it, man. They deserve it. These players have been shocking. Absolutely shocking. These experienced players. Salmon's had a shocker. Man played the ball and fell over backwards. How do you play a pass? And then he took about 4 steps. I thought he was moonwalking. I thought he was a Michael Jackson tribute act. Man started moonwalking after passing the ball. Come on, do something, man, please. There's Martinelli. Are you going to take this guy on just once? You're so bad, man. There's no way that guy's Brazilian. Here's Jesus. Goal kick. These, man, are scrubs, man. Honestly, get rid of them. Salmon flopping like a farmed fish, you know what I mean? Mosquera, open your body up, mate. What are you doing? That is a fantastic goal, by the way. Honestly, that goal deserves so much credit. This is a harder game than Tottenham. Ah, dear, what's his name? Evans. Great finish. Twisted him on his left foot, drilled it bottom corner. Maybe we should sign him. Mosquito and Salmon at the back. You know what I mean? Oh, Havertz has been awful today. Please, guys, don't make the headlines because they're attacking us again here. Look. Are these lot really trying to have an FA Cup exit here and get beaten? They are absolutely... Look at that. Come on, man. We can't pass the ball. Here's Max Dowman. Great ball. Look at the state of that donkey. He can't... Look, he's all over. Get him off. Get him off, man, please. Max whips the ball into him, into Havertz. Just gives the ball away. We win a throw. Get him off. Jesus, what are we watching here? They're having a party in the stadium, they are. Havertz, mate. Wow. Absolute stinker. How is he still on the pitch? Get him off. Please sell some of these players in the summer. Get rid of them. Senior players letting the youth down. So annoying. You're spot on. Here's Max Dowman. Great run. Great footwork. Dowman! Oh, what a save. What a player. I don't care what happens today. That boy is top quality. Max Dowman. Baller. I don't care if it's a League One team. Guys are absolute baller. Showing up these first team players. Corner to Arsenal. Noni Madueke to take it. Corner's whipped in, flicked on at the near post, goes wide. Rish said taking Mansfield lightly reflects arrogance. Arteta making the same mistake as Slot did last season against Plymouth. They will beat us. YK said, imagine Mansfield played Arsenal when you was there. Oh, my days. It would have been a dream. Salmon needs to get hooked, pardon the pun. Yeah, I'm with you. But have we got... Oh, Timber. You don't really want to be bringing Timber on, but you might have to. B said, watch Arteta sub Max when he's done nothing wrong. It's been our best player. Simple as that. Ball whipped in, Kepa takes it. Oh, he just got away with it. Look at Jesus. They can't pass the ball, man. What are we doing here? Seriously, you know what? He's going to end up having to bring on Eze and Saka, which is a joke. We're going to end up having to bring them on because these lot, they're going to end up losing. Havertz don't look fit. Now, he's having a stinker, yeah, but he don't look like he can run. There's something don't look right with Havertz today. Noni wins a free kick. He genuinely looks like he can't run. Jason said, Big C, our attitude was poor from the beginning. Arteta started with a formation he has never played. That has led to the players. Yeah, that first half, but then we've conceded playing 4 at the back. Peru Nelly said, Havertz is absolute garbage. Sell him immediately. So, yeah, well, he'd have been gone last summer. Free kick to Arsenal. Sakareze and Yokerez. Yeah, maybe he'll have to because we don't need extra time. That's for sure. That's the last thing we need. We've got a Champions League game in a week. Martinelli finds Nkapie. We're just moving the ball too slow, which is a usual factor with Arsenal. Here is Nkapie at centre-back. Short of options. Thing is, that Salmon's like inverting as well. Here's Calafiori, 30 yards out. He wanted to shoot. Gets out wide. Martinelli. Can we get one decent cross? This right back's got him on toast. Get him off. Oh my. Martinelli has not got past this fullback all game. He is rubbish. Rubbish. No overreaction. It's terrible. He can't get past a League One fullback. He's tried to cross it there. He's blocked it. It's hit him and gone out for a goal kick. He's dreadful. 1 second, please. I need to close that. Too bright. Absolute garbage. Ricky Martin settings. She's in to new sensations. Mass and the candlelight. Come on, please, man. I do not want extra time. Although I might not get extra time because Mansfield are on the attack. They're swarming forward. 25 yards out. Oh, straight at Kepa. What are we doing here, people? This is worse than the Brighton game. Oh, my days. Mikel, I'm sorry, mate. You might have to call for the troops. You might have to get Eze and Gyökeres and them on Saka. These men can't handle it. Gyökeres needs to come on, said Albert. Bro, their scorer works on their family farm, says DM. Big G says, I leave Salmon in, he has to learn. Eze at 65. White glove, Beavers and Butthead playing left wing for Arsenal. Jeez. Kepa kicks it long. Good touch by Jesus. Good pass by Jesus. Noni gets tackled. Genuinely, Mansfield could beat us. I'm not even joking. Noni does well to win the ball back and runs it out for a throw-in. We are in danger here of a cup upset. 32 minutes to go. We're in genuine danger of an FA Cup upset. They look an attacking threat. They've crossed it in. Oh, they're appealing for a penalty. Not given, Salmon. Wow. Look at Havertz, mate. Honestly, he wouldn't get in the Mansfield team. Luckily, we won a free kick afterwards. Oh, my days. Yellow card to one of the Mansfield players, Reed. Dear, oh, dear. Did Salmon foul him? Let me see. Did he grab him? Hopefully not. Nah, it's soft. You can't give a penalty for that. Smoked salmon, yeah, I mean, I didn't want to make those sort of jokes, but it was pretty obvious it was going to happen. I'd take him off, by the way. We can't afford to get knocked out. 60 minutes, he's looking a bit shaky now. This is one of Havertz's worst games. Something don't look right with him, though, I'll be honest. It doesn't just feel like, oh, Havertz having a bad game. It looks like he can't run. He doesn't even look fit. Madueke he's an annoying player. Here we go. Wow, he's going for all of them. How many? Eze, Timber. Eze and Timber are coming on. Saka and Gyökeres were sat down behind. Timber will come on for Salmon. Havertz will probably... Don't you dare bring off Max Dowman, mate. Don't you dare bottle it and take Dowman off for Eze. Havertz, get him off this pitch. Looks like Saka's coming on. I don't know if Gyökeres... No, Gyökeres put his coat back on. He ain't bringing on Gyökeres. If he brings off Max Dowman for Eze, I swear I'll be fuming. He's been our best player. Get Havertz off and put him on the transfer list. Eze and Timber coming on. You would imagine Salmon will come off for Timber. Havertz is off. Even you can see it. And Salmon's off. It's been a bit fishy, that performance, but stop. He's only 16. It's not appropriate to do fish jokes. Don't do it. Don't do it, people. Anyway, they're making a change as well. Who's that who's coming off? Roberts, I think that is. Yeah, Timber, man. You don't really want to see him playing, but we get knocked out of the cup if this carries on. You know what I mean? Seasick. Oh. Get the bait out. Salmon. Nah. Community's got no behaviour, though. Stinker and hooked, genuinely, yeah. No pond jokes either. Anyway. Come on, let's go. Eze and Timber on. Oh my days, what is that? Who took that free kick? Was it Nkapie? Kicked it straight to the Mansfield player. They're on the attack. Mosquera, he's worrying me now. Ball whipped into the back post. Kepa collects it. What? We look shaky, man. Mosquera's getting rinsed. Here's Timber. Crazy that we've had to bring Timber on. Do you know what I mean? Can you come on or we fall over the ball? Bro, I do better than what we're seeing here. Oh, they're on the attack. Mansfield, edge of the box. We've held up play well. Good defending. Timber finds Noni. Lovely flick by Max Dowman. Give him the ball back, Noni. Here we go. Surely 5 against 3. Noni Madueke rolls it into Max Dowman. Pulls it back. Cleared off the line. Gabriel Jesus. Take a touch, man. How have we not scored 5 against 2? Max rolls it back to Jesus. I don't even know if the pass was for Jesus. He's stretching for it. It's cleared off the line. Goalkeeper flicks it and the guy on the line heads it away. Goes out for a corner. How are we not scoring? 5 against 2 on the break. Salmon looking like a fish out of water. Says unreasonable Perunelli. This is Havertz's average performance. Garbage. Retro Dub says get Sam and Havertz and Jesus off. Well, we got 2 of them off. Jason, so much for your 3-0. Watch Arsenal choke. Corner whipped in. Madueke. It's flicked away. Salmon wasn't a fantastic. He'll get better, says Legend. That's out of order. Max gets tackled this time. Gets caught. They're on the attack. Mansfield on the break. Ball whipped in. Flicked on. Oh, shot straight at Kepa. Oh my days, what is going on here, man? What are we doing defensively? Honestly, Mosquera today, people making jokes about Salmon, Mosquera's been awful today. He's played like a mosquito, just irritating you like you're on holiday. You can hear it near your ear. You just keep swatting it away. He's been awful today. Absolutely awful. He looks a nervous wreck, Mosquera. This game is end-to-end. This is a harder game than Tottenham. Mosquito, he's having an awful game, honestly. Come on, just win the game, please. Here's Eze, 25 yards out. Rolls it out to Martinelli. Just one decent cross, mate. Just one decent cross! You're on 180 bags a week. Send him back to the Brazilian 4th division. Garbage. You won't be surprised this cross got blocked. He is, oh my days, he's having a stinker. Some of these players today. Come on, Eze. 25 yards out. Eze! Brilliant. Top corner. Eberici Eze. Show them levels, bro. That's what we got you for. Great finish by Eze. Jeez, man. These lot doing their best to embarrass us. Jeez, man. What a finish, by the way. Top corner. Finally, somebody shoots from outside the penalty area. Good little turn by Norgard. Rolls it in. Bang. What a finish. Look at the power. Lovely finish by Eze. Brilliant goal. Bang. Does the goalkeeper for power. Near post. Brilliant finish. What a hit, son. What a hit. Norgard assist. Eze goal. 2-1 to the Gunners. That is a lovely finish. The embarrassment can stop now. Listen, it's still game on. Yeah, great finish by Eze, that was. Thunderbolt. 2-1 to Arsenal. Eze goal doesn't cover the terrorists. We have been Chelsea ran our ham rolls. Yeah, I mean, listen, when you win a cup, nobody cares how you won it in the end. You know, we've made it a lot more difficult than it needed to be, but as long as we get the dub, that's all that matters, you know. But some of these players have let themselves down today, badly as well. And I'd be getting rid of some of them in the summer. Who predicted? Robbie predicted 4-1. Lee predicted 2-0. Yeah. Anyway, Norgard assist. Yep, very good turn on the edge of the box. That's my number 10. Come on, man. I'm so glad Eze scored. I want Max to score. That was a brilliant finish. Dauman, good touch into Norgard. Norgard, oh, tries to play Timber through. It's blocked. I'm hoping we can score again because I don't want Saka to come on. I do not want Saka to come on. And even 2-1's a bit shaky. Let's get the third. I'd give Gyökeres 15 minutes at the end. You know what? Norgard's a solid player, you know. I'll be honest with you. I think he's a decent player. I think he needs to trust him a little bit more. He just genuinely looks like that Mr. Reliable player. He's going to give you like in the player ratings, I don't know, 6.5 every week. It's nothing glamorous. You'll get the odd 7 because he gets. I just think he's a good, solid squad player that you can rely on. Quite big, passing's quite good, wins a challenge every now and then. I just think we need to play him more often. Here's a chance on the break. Madueke whips it out to Martinelli, who, guess what, has a heavy touch. But you won't be surprised at that. Mansfield on the attack. Good defending, Piero. Nkapia. What? Let's give the free kick against him. He was fouled. Solid El Neni. Yeah, I think he could even be a bit better. Oh, Calafiori talks his way into a yellow card now. Calafiori has spoken his way into a yellow card. How is that a foul for Nkapia? He grabs his shirt, kicks him down, and you give a free kick the other way. Oh, my days. Gilberto and Lauren can't. Hey. Gilberto was a little bit higher level, bro. I'll be real. You know what I mean? The invisible wall. But yeah, we give him his props. Give him his props. Free kick to Mansfield. Wild Horse gets booked. No fake scores, people, please. It's not 2-2. Well, it could be if they score from this free kick, which they haven't. It's gone out for a goal kick. 2-1 to Arsenal, 20 minutes to go. Calafiori moaning at the referee. Listen, I get it. It was a foul. It was a foul. But have you ever seen a referee change his mind? It's pointless argument. It's a pointless argument. So I don't really get it. I don't really get it, people. But corner to Mansfield. Still a lot riding on this, by the way. Lewis whips it in. Headed away, good defending. Comes back out to him. Up against Martinelli. Rolls it down the line. Crossed in low, flicked. Oh no, it's cleared away at the back post by Mosquera. Can Arsenal break? No. Mansfield have won it back. Yeah, more like Alex Song than... Yeah, even Song was good, man. That year and a half was really good. Whipped in by Mansfield. Header in the air. Mosquera loses out, but Kepa collects it. No, the pass wasn't great. I did see the replay, Brian. Smashed it at him, to be fair, Madueke. I'm not surprised by Noni as well. He hasn't exactly been great, but at least he's scored. It's the only little bit of credit that I'll give him. That year when Song kept playing those passes into Van Persie, man, he was balling. Got the Barcelona move. His career just went downhill from there. Listen, even if Mansfield lose this game, which I think I would hope that they do now, they've earned a lot of respect. What is Kepa doing there? What's Noni doing? I've never seen Arsenal give the ball away as much in a game. They have given the ball away so many times in this game. It's unbelievable. 18 minutes to go. The game's not over. We need another goal, really. Mansfield have made a really good account of themselves. Nkapie, go home to the keeper. Man's back heeling it. Out for a throw-in. Should have gone home. Big up Big Mick, who said, thanks for streaming. I'm a huge fan from America. Big up, bro. Appreciate everyone locked in. Wow, great numbers, man. 6,200. What's the average salary of an attacking player at Mansfield? Couldn't tell you, because they're League One now. These players will be getting 3, 4, 5 grand a week, I would say. Some of them. Still very good money. Do you know what I mean? Some of them, anyway. Not all of them. Don't get me wrong. There could be people there getting £800 a week, maybe. But I'd say there'll be some getting 3 grand, 4 grand. Random question. If you see this, but do you remember Bakary Sagna? Yeah, of course. Watched him loads of time. Here's a chance. Oh, Noni Madwake, he's pushed wide. It's good defending. Forced him wide there. I thought he was one-on-one. Defender got his body in front and forced him to run away from the goal. All the way back to the halfway line. Madrid are interested in Tonali. He's good, man. He's getting a lot of teams. Kepa volleys it upfield. Calafiori, what is that, fella? How about you take a touch? This guy Calafiori, I'm starting to think, people. I mean, listen, Nkapie for me is ahead of him anyway. So, but Calafiori, this looks shaky. Eze gets booked. Yellow card. Was that really a yellow card, ref? Give him a little nudge and brought the ball down. It ain't a yellow card, is it? Calafiori said he'd love to play for Roma. I mean, at the right price, I'd let him fulfill his dreams. Oh, now he's injured as well. Here we go. Yeah. Book him a flight to Rome. What's he holding? His hammy. He's done his hammy. Now this game turns into a bit of a stinker. If we lose Trossard and Calafiori to injury, this win has come at a price in terms of the squad depth. Is he in the same situation? I'm not feeling it get me off, but it looks like he's holding his hammy. David O'Leary, club record, 722 games for Arsenal. What a record. Looks like he's done his hamstring. Now, that is not good. We're already short in defence. Yep. Awkward angle as he went to clear the ball on the volley. Looks like he's twinged his right hamstring. Should have probably controlled that ball anyway. Lewis Skelly. I mean, he'll now have to be in Nkapie's backup. He's going to come off, isn't he? They ain't going to risk it. I doubt they're going to risk it. Looks like he's done his hammy. Everyone in the chat, name your worst Brazilian player ever. He said, I'll go first. Martinelli, genuinely so poor. No Jogger Benito whatsoever. Calafiori looks a little bit upset, man. He's being, he's bringing on Saka. Oh, my days. Is that really necessary? Oh, he's not bringing on Saka. No, I take it all back. He's bringing on Jaden Dixon, the young player that we saw. He is bringing on Saka. He's taking Max off. Jeez, man, leave him off a football pitch for once. Does he really need to play football? Has he got something in his contract? Listen, mate, every time you play, I have to play. Oh, was Dalman limping? But bring someone else. Bring Gyökeres on, man. Do something different. Saka for 14 minutes on a bobbly pitch. Norgard is Wenger's Gilles Gramonde. Ajax were interested in Norgard. By the way, I don't think Martinelli's the worst Brazilian, but it's frustrating. Oi! Calafiori gets caught in the face and he gives a yellow. I just got no idea why he's bringing Saka on. I really haven't. I don't care if Max is limping. Bring somebody else on. I would not be bringing Saka on. So Calafiori's come off with his hamstring and Trossard came off. Not too sure what he actually did. We better hope Saka gets off this pitch unscathed. So it looks like then, if we made 5 subs, Gyökeres ain't going to come on. He's done Mosquera. Oh my days, they're appealing for a penalty. Wow, he doesn't give it. Mosquera today has looked like a giraffe trying to play football. He's been absolutely all over the place. I don't think that's a penalty, but look, he's struggling to recover. Does just get the ball, I think. It's a good tackle, to be fair. But it's one of them, you're close. I agree with you, Unknown C. He's on the floor too much. Every minute he goes to ground, stand up, bro, and just try and block it. Don't have to slide in all the time. Corner to Mansfield. Ball whipped in, it's headed away at the near post. I'm pretty sure we've made 5 subs. I'm just checking. Who came on? Trossard, Dalman, Havertz, Calafiori, Salmon have all come off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So Gyökeres ain't coming on. So Jesus going to get 90. I mean, I don't mind keeping fresh for the weekend. Not the weekend, sorry, midweek against Leverkusen. Well, Calafiori's tweaked his hamstring, so you would expect he won't be available for Leverkusen, but at least Lewis Skelly will be back in the squad. Bro, I'm telling you, he's playing like a giraffe. Just tall, gangly legs all over the place, man. It's dear, oh dear. We're going to have a lot to discuss. You're talking like your level. Bro, I'm levels, bro. Levels! That's why you're locked in, bro. You know what I mean? That's why you're locked in. Very harsh on Mosquera has been a good signing. Very good signing. But today, he's playing like a giraffe, playing football. Who's yours, Curtis? Worst Brazilian? Andre Santos was bad, man. I can't lie. Oh, I thought he was giving a penalty. He's giving a free kick for a dive. And Big Jesus said Andre Santos. Like, I just don't... He just didn't look like he could play football. Good touch. Nah, no contact. He nutmegged Noni Madueke there. Bro, Arsenal medical staff work in double time. Why can't they keep their players fit? It's something wrong. It's been like it for years at Arsenal. Everyone gets injured. Marquinhos was bad. Arsenal struggling against lower division. It happens, you know, bro. I'll be real. We've been terrible today, but if we get through, it's a cup competition. Progression is more important. But you won't get away with... The problem about today is that a lot of these players, we're going to need them in big games, you know. And I'm looking at Havertz today and Trossard and Martinelli and Jesus thinking, how are we going to be able to bring you on in big games and hope that you can change things? As I said, some of these players need to be sold in the summer. FA Cup draws Monday. I think it's 7 o'clock. I think Brentford have got... Who do Brentford play on Monday in the FA Cup? I had it on the screen. West Ham Brentford. I think it's just before that game. The draw. Julio Baptista, yeah, the beast. Banged in a load of goals, didn't he, against Liverpool? Yeah, Man United lost to Grimsby. Grimsby, I think, are League 2. Mansfield are League 1. They're better. But they've played really well. First of all, I'm going to credit them. They've put in a top performance. And listen, I know these people in the chat saying the pitch isn't very good. But come on. Some of our players have just given the ball away under no pressure. So I'm not letting them off with the pitch. I get it. It's not a great pitch compared to what they're used to, but so many unforced errors in a game. Voltemade, no, I wouldn't want him. Newcastle, I don't think are very happy with him. Jesus is nicking a living here. Yeah, he's gone in the summer. He'll be gone in the summer, bro. The only problem is I don't know who would buy him. I think he's been linked back with a move to Brazil, but I don't think they can afford his wages. He's on 240 grand. That's going to require Arsenal writing a check. We'll probably have to pay him up some money for the shortfall in wages that he'll get in Brazil, unless a Saudi club takes him. Great touch, Noni Madueke. Good strength as well. Great little flick back into him. Here we go. Come on, here's Saka. Saka! Oh, he saved. He toe pokes it. Goalkeeper saves it with his right foot. Good run there by Noni. Good play by Eze. Rolls it in. Crossed in. It's blocked. Eze. Look how calm Eze looks on the ball. You know what I mean? Bit of composure. Martinelli. Oh, mate. Just give up. Seriously, give up, man. He's trying to do tricks and losing the ball. Eze in possession. Francesco Totti. What a baller. Come on, let's... Jesus. Oh, he shoots over. He's been dreadful. AC Milan want Jesus. Yeah, sell him ASAP. ASAP. Great little touch. Noni does well. Rolls it into Saka. I think Saka needed to shift it a bit quicker so he could drill it on his right foot. The defender gets back. He ends up having to like toe poke it. The goalkeeper saves it. Keeper is good with his feet. Eze showed us the way. Yeah, you're right. Their goalkeeper's made a lot of saves with his feet today. He's on that David De Gea thing. You need the high shot. They've been very good, man. They've been very, very good today. They've made life very difficult for us. We have got people 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. AC Milan need Jesus, and I ain't talking about the Brazilian. Yeah, man. They're not doing great, are they? Let's have a look at the Serie A table. Serie A table. Oh, you see a second, but yeah, they're 10 points behind Inter Milan. Well, they play them tomorrow, so if they beat them, 7 points. But it's late in the season. Good flick. Here's Eze, left-hand side. Eze, I'm telling you now, I still believe Eze can become a top player at Arsenal. Peace up's not happy. Peace, man. Relax, man. I'm having a joke with you, bro. I'm having a joke with you, man. Chill. He's having a go. You're not a baller. Just chill, bro. You know what I mean? We're winning. Saturday, man. Relax, calm. Saka is finished. He's not at his level, is he? I wouldn't say he's finished, but the old Saka has probably gone. This is a new Saka. Here's Noni Madueke, finds Norgard. Player of the game? Tough, really. I actually think Eze's done well since he's come on. I'd give it Max. Look, the most comfortable on the ball of any of our players. Mansfield have played really well. They're in. Oh, they are on us here, by the way. Oh, heavy touch. Mosquera does well. We don't have a pure definitive goal scorer in front of goal. Saka's on 100k. Oh, he's a 100k a week player. Yeah, I'd say Max and Eze have been our two best players for me. I know Eze only came on at half time, but he's brought composure to the game, scored a fantastic goal. And I think he's out. In fact, he didn't come on at half time, did he? He came on in the second half. Martinelli's been their best player. They're saying Max down. Oh, here we go. Ball whipped in. Oh, it's cleared away. Oh, they vote player of the match. They're saying McLaughlin, Oates, and Max Dalman. They haven't announced who man of the match is yet. They're making a substitution. Mansfield have done really, really well. They have. Norgard, yeah, Norgard. Yeah, first half though, we're a bit all over the place. Man's in year 11 at school, I'm telling you, man. Max man of the match for me. David Villa, what a player he was. What are your thoughts on Edu and Vinay? Legendary what Vinay's doing at Tottenham. Edu, absolute scrub, mate, and he's been sacked. He's terrible. Saka like a car driven without oil and not service, pure neglect. Kepa, nah, not for me. He's done all right, but Eze gets clattered. This is always the danger, innit? Hey, back at it. I remember, for those that don't know, Eze had a bad Achilles injury at Crystal Palace. That is a painful one. Luckily, he's standing up. That's a painful one, man. Dalman is ready. I don't care what anyone thinks, says Emmanuel. I totally agree. This version of Saka is basically Michael Jordan on the Wizards. Oh, my days. I hope not. Nobody wants that. These are games we really see who's got to go, says Danny, yeah? Because sometimes in the Prem, because the team's playing at a high level, you don't notice certain players. In a game like this, everything sort of gets stripped back. Small changing room, bobbly pitch, physical game. And you look and you go, wow, some of you aren't up to it. We knew anyway, let's be real. Dirty Team Mansfield, League One, bro. It's a different sport almost. This Dixon kid looks good on the ball, very mature. Yeah, apparently he's very highly rated. I think we bought him from Stoke. Long throw-in for Mansfield. Headed away by Mosquera. We do not need no extra time, that is for sure. Here's Martinelli. That's a better ball. Finally. Noni Madueke does well, gets the byline. Shots blocked, goes out for a corner. Goes out for a corner to the Arsenal. 2 minutes to go of normal time. Jesus Martinelli packed to Galatasaray in the summer, if they'll take him. Remember Ethan, he's unfortunately the sacrifice for Dalman. Hopefully he comes back and puts up a fight if you get rid of some of these players. Would Daichi Spurs, why was he? Listen, mate, I wouldn't go there. I'd rather eat glass than go and manage that chicken on a basketball, mate. We bricks, would we eat concrete? I wouldn't go there, Cormac. Oh, my days. Noni Madueke's shot. I think it might have gone out for a throw-in. Like, honestly, he's got to be one of the most frustrating players at the club. Takes the corner short. Saka gives it him back. What is that? Honestly, man, that is a Sunday league shot. It's a throw-in. Noni has put the ball out for a throw-in on the other side of the pitch after trying to shoot from a short corner. You just couldn't write it, honestly. Ruby Rose, Birkin bags, and your shooting is going out for a throw-in. Unbelievable. Goal kick to Arsenal on the break. They tried to attack as we blocked it. Whoopi Madueke, yeah. How long added on? 6 minutes added on, people. 6 minutes. Big up everyone locked in, man. Really appreciate your support. As long as we win. I saw a fan cussing him. He tried to take him out. Pigeon Hunter, yeah. 50 mil, man. Chelsea. Debo once again turned up, took our money. Noni is still raw. I think because of his age and the price, you kind of like, yo, expected him to be a bit more developed. He's 23. He turns 24 in 3 days. He's not that young. Like, he's not an 18-year-old. Mansfield on the attack. Great block by Jaden Dixon. This lad looks decent, by the way. He's done well since he's come on. He's done well. How old is he? I think he's like 18. Fair play to him. Jaden Dixon, Arsenal, signed from Stoke, 18 years of age. He's played 4 times for their... No, 6 times he's played for their first team. He is from London. Looks good, man. Looks decent. Right back. I don't know if that's his actual position. Free kick to Arsenal on the halfway line. He's not raw. That's who he is in terms of Noni. Dixon is built good as well. Hey, he looks good, man. Looks playing well. You and Stricto stress too much. Bro, it's difficult to watch, bro. I'm telling you. Big up comedy randomizer. Signed from Stoke to learn the long throws, yeah? Do you feel sorry for Spurs fans? No. You had a choice. You didn't have to support them. You didn't have to support them. You know what I mean? Big up Karad, who said, by the way, props to the mobs, Curtis, no uptight mug who makes the banter good. Yeah, we have a good laugh in the chat, people. You know what I mean? The mods are calm as well. Big up Lewis Donovan, who said it's his 19th birthday today. Happy birthday. Oh, Mansfield in the area. Good defending by Mosquera. Dixon looks better than Salmon, to be fair, at right back. I think he should have played. Turned up with a little afro and that, you know what I mean? He's playing well. He's done well since he's come on. Long throw-in for Mansfield. Here we go. Hewitt, long throw, 4 minutes to go. Flicked on by the Mansfield player. Flicked on again. Header saved by Kepa. Oh, my days. Aye, aye, aye. 2 flick-ons and then headed at the goalkeeper. Luckily, he couldn't get enough power. Curtis of Jamaica qualifying for the World Cup. Wouldn't bank on it, bro. I wish I could say yes. Are they going to beat Congo? I doubt it. They've got to beat New Caledonia first. They should beat them, but can't see them beating Congo. Congo knocked out Nigeria. Manuel said 19. Geez, he's 45 next month. Getting old. Hey, man, it's just a blessing to be here, though, isn't it, people? You know, don't worry about it. We all get older. Kitchen sink time, yeah, and they will throw it at us. That Reese Oates has been named as player of the match. I was going to make a joke about porridge and oats, but wasn't really, you know. I think he's their main striker, physical guy. Caused us a lot of problems. Now we know the value of Saliba and Gabriel, yeah, 100%. 100%. 2 minutes to go, Mansfield launch it into the area. Look how many players they've got forward. Here's Martinelli. He's completed a pass. 4 against 4. Bukayo Saka. Martinelli on the overlap. Rolls it to Martinelli. And he puts it wide. And you won't be surprised because he has been absolutely dreadful. Should have rolled that across goal for a tap in instead. He puts it out for a goal kick. Ah, dear. I hope Ireland qualify. Their fans are good at the tournaments, man. Big up NDB, who said he's 52 in June. Happy days, man. I'm a June birthday as well, you know, summertime. Mansfield on the attack. Just over a minute to go, and they dummy it and lose it. Noni Madueke in possession. Take the W and roll out. My take is we just threw a few guys on the pitch and said, go play ball, fix up. I hear you. I think you've got a point, Mohammed. The tactics and the system, it was all over the place. So you take the win and keep it moving. We don't need to have a major Arsenal therapy or anything. WP said, man, I don't think we have the physicality or mentality to be true top dogs. We still don't put fear in teams. These games expose us, honestly. Like I said, man, Sheffield United, the year we won the FA Cup, we played poor. We had a goal that people say should have been given offside. But when we beat Chelsea at Wembley and Oba lifted it over the keeper, nobody cares. If we win the FA Cup, we won't go, yo, you remember on the 7th of March when we stunk out the place against Mansfield? We'll just be lifting trophies, hopefully. Here's Martinelli. Just give the ball, mate. You can't run past him. 15 seconds to go. This should be the end of the game. Will we get another goal? Martinelli, it bounces off him. Dear, oh dear. Last chance. He's offside, surely. Put your flag up, ref. We could all see he's offside. Great defending, Piero Hincapié. Look at the pace. He was offside anyway. Why didn't the linesman put his flag up? Full-time whistle goes. Mansfield Town 1. Arsenal 2. Why am I taking the score off? Take the timer off. Job done. Not a great performance. Job done. Fair play to Mansfield. They played really well. Squad players. Yeah, listen, game done. Hopefully the injuries aren't serious. Listen, job done. Not glamorous. Fair play to Mansfield Town, my former club. They will be absolutely buzzing with that. Honestly, they'll take so much pride out of that. 2-1. They ran us close. They put us under pressure. Just looking at the stats, and you know they get to swap shirts and stuff as well. Just looking at the stats, I mean, Mansfield had 9 shots off target and 5 shots on target. Arsenal had the same. Well, 8 shots on target, 6 off target, but overall, both teams had 14 shots on goal. So we had 67% performance. I won't do 6-7 because you know it's just not necessary. 33% for them. So listen, that is a very good performance by them. Good luck to Mansfield. I hope they get promoted out of League One. And it was a proper cup tie. What we will say is that some of our squad players haven't done themselves any favours today. I think Martinelli, Jesus, Trossard, Havertz, you really didn't do yourself any favours today. In fact, some of these players need to be sold in the summer quickly as well. Salmon, he had some good moments in the first half, made a mistake for the goal, but he'll learn from it. He is only 16. I thought Max Dowman was very good. Should have scored, but he was so comfortable in possession. So credit to him. I thought Eze made a big difference when he came on. He scored a fantastic goal, rocket past the goalkeeper. I thought the young lad, Jaden Dixon, 18 years of age, just signed from Stoke in January. I thought he did really, really well when he came on. He deserves a lot of credit. Steadied the ship at right back. Mosquera had a very, very shaky game today at the back. He's for me, he's too quick to go on the floor and put in a challenge. Sometimes you just got to stand up and try and win the ball. And Christian Norgard, this manager needs to start trusting him because he's clearly a reliable, solid player that should be getting game time. You know, he really should. Zubimendi's looked tired the last few weeks. I think Norgard should be trusted even in big games if Zubimendi isn't fit. So I thought he was really good. He's big, he's solid, he wins the ball, his passing's decent. I'm really pleased with his performance today. Really pleased for him. Nkapie was solid when he came on. So was Timber. Rosie said, "Can you give Dad a shout out? His name is Vince. Shout out to Vince, man. Big up man like Vince. Vince McMahon settings, people. WWF." Jonathan said, "Is this an attacker thing, or have we become so predictable teams can anticipate every pass we make?" Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not sure what it is. We didn't attack well today, that's for sure. The Herd 88 said, "Wouldn't have Martinelli in my Sunday team. Him and Jesus are on 445k a week. It's insane. The only reason we're in the title race is Saliba, Gabriel, and Rice." Probably add Timber to that as well. Mr. Reaper, can we take a second to appreciate just how bad our left wingers are? Can't wait for an upgrade this summer. Totally agree. They're terrible. James Bond, member for 27 months. Trossard, Martinelli, Jesus, Calafiori. Get rid of these scrubs. I've not been impressed with Calafiori lately at all. He's come off injured with a hamstring injury. He misses too much football. And big up Mohammed, who's gifted the 20 to the community. You absolute legend. 20 memberships into the chat. Make sure you have the settings switched on so that you can accept these if you are part of the community. It's definitely a good thing to get, you know. The 2 goal scorers today, Noni Madueke and Eberichi Eze. Eze, both really good goals, to be honest. Madueke is a very, very frustrating player because he has moments where he looks brilliant and he has moments where he looks like he can't even play football, and he's 24 in 3 days' time. So you're just kind of surprised by the lack of maturity in his game at times, but at least he scored a goal and had some goal threat during the game. But think what we learn out of today is how important our main players are, because we can't rely on some of these players. But listen, it's FA Cup. It's all about getting through. We've done the job. Obviously, a little bit disappointed because Trossard and Calafiori came off injured, and Calafiori's looked like a hamstring injury. So that's definitely a bit of a negative. Akeem said we need to restart the whole front line. It's dead. I honestly think that some of it is down to the way we play. I see Saka sometimes for England. I think doesn't look like the Saka that plays for Arsenal. He's 15 yards higher up the pitch. I don't like the way we use our attack. You know, I don't think. But I agree with you. I think you could get rid of Jesus, Trossard, Martinelli, Havertz, Odegaard. You could bring in 4 new attacking players in the summer and freshen that front line up. I think we do definitely need that. That kid, his name is Dixon, was so good. Yeah, bro, he looks decent. I'll be honest, 18 years of age. Big him up. Let's concentrate on the positives. Noni Madueke scores a good goal. Eze scores a brilliant goal, and we're through to the next round. Attack is not a natural instinct. Notice how they refuse to pass the ball in open space. They slow down the game purposely and opt for safe play, and that comes from the system and the manager. I think we've got an attack that is afraid to take risks. We're safety first. When you look at the best attacking players, they play on the edge. They will lose the ball because they try things. And that's what I think we need to do. Be a bit more risk averse, you know. CGLFC said, thanks for the content, bro. Daughter is sick today. Can I get Aurora? Yes. I've got a knock on the door. Give me 1 second. No, it is not merch, people. It is not merch. I was going to ignore the door. The man's banging the door down. I thought I was getting raided. You know what I mean? But no, it isn't merch. Amazon delivery. But yeah, listen, we got the job done. Man of the match for me, I would say Max Dowman, Norgard, Eze, Nkapie, Dixon. They were the 5 positives, real positives. I already got the JVC shirt, bro. I've had that for a minute. You know what I mean? I've had that one for a minute. Rest of the season, left wing is a major concern, 100%, Stephen. And CG, I did say, yeah, get well soon to your daughter, man. Aurora, get well soon. Dowman, quality. People, hit the likes for me on the way out. Should we redirect? Anyone live? Who's live? Who's live in the Arsenal community? I'll have a reaction video out shortly. Who's live? Anyone live, or should we just round it up? I can't see anyone. Why has no one done watch-alongs today? No one's really showing up. Quiet day at the office. All right, we'll get out of here, people. Big up. A reaction video will be out in the next hour. Let me just read this out. Indiana says, cheers, C. Great at commentary. Big up yourself. Appreciate the support. Big up to you. And I will see you all. I might come back tomorrow. We might do the AC Milan Inter Milan game. Big up to you. I'll see you all soon, people. Bless.